It's the Ron and Fez show with some news updates to start the show with. Apparently, the hostage takers in Paris, all dead. The hostages seem to be all alive. That's the latest we've heard, right, Chris?
Yeah, and the French ambassador tweeted that as well. Gerard.
So if he's tweeting it.
It's weird. That's the press release.
Oh, let me tweet this before we put out the press release.
They're safe? All right. Okay, get this in the 140.
This, I mean, you're watching it, and it's the last scene of Killing Zoe. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are surrendered, just surrounded, and it's just a matter of taking them out. Incredible drama in France today. All right, it's the Ron and Fez show. Shelbo, grab that lines for us, would you please? Thank you. 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. It's a big football weekend. This is, in my opinion, if you're a football fan, the best weekend of football you'll get. You get 4 great games. Then you take off Monday, relax a little bit, and then Tuesday you get the college playoff.
This is really exciting. With the addition of me being so hot on my winning streak of gambling, I have so much invested in this weekend. I have money, enjoyment, and really fame. It's fame and fortune. It waits me.
You really can't enjoy until your team gets up to a thing of like, I can't lose this money.
Yeah.
And then it's all great.
So I have 4 games going like that. But the lines have moved. Dallas at Green Bay now. It was plus 6.5. It's down to plus 6. And then Seahawks, the Panthers-Seahawks game, it opened at plus 11.5 for the Panthers. Now it's down to plus 10.5.
Well, here's the weird thing. You've got this thing with Aaron Rodgers.
The calf, the strained or torn calf.
Which they say is a really bad injury for anybody to have. Tough to throw on, all kinds of stuff. Tough to scramble on. And it's only worth a half point. It's only worth a half point. I say do not go in on this. The fucking Packers are ready to explode.
I feel so confident about this plus 6. The plus 6.5, I was super confident. A little less so with the plus 6, but at plus 6.5, I'm all goddamn in on taking Dallas. He only practiced half a day. Aaron Rodgers, I'm talking about. He practiced half a day. He's not going to be able to move in that pocket. He's got a bum calf.
Yeah, I know. I know all those things. He's also probably the best arm out there today. Brandon, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron. I noticed that you played Future Islands this morning on the Bennington show.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we did. Hashtag Bennington.
Well, that's a great song to start the day with, sir.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of his videos, the lead singer dancing?
Yeah. I got turned on him by David Letterman when he did the Letterman show, but my kids were already into him. And he's a really strange dancer, but I also think that he looks like 1954 Marlon Brando. Hashtag 1954 Marlon Brando.
He's got that same forehead.
What's that, Brandon?
He raps. Like, he thinks he's a rapper.
Well, then he also does this thing, too. Have you ever seen him do that? He'll just do this growl voice. He's a fucking weirdo. That's why that's how I want my rock stars. Cool and weird. Cool and weird. Jason, in Detroit, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, afternoon, Ron. I hate to correct you because you're always correct, but you accidentally said the game is on Tuesday, but the college football championship game is this Monday night at 8:30.
All right, so that's 3 great days in a row. And because you're not pussy of me like the guys I work with, big-ass prize closet for you, Jason.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
All right, off you go. Tell them what he won, Fezzy.
You won a...
Me?
No. The gentleman on the phone. He picked up a DVD copy of the movie Paul, signed by Bill Hader.
That's pretty goddamn good.
That's real nice.
Woo. Killing Zoe looks like it's over. All right, give me your picks again, Chris.
Okay, these are my picks. For Saturday's games, Panthers and Seahawks. I'm taking the Panthers at plus 11.5. Ravens at Patriots. I'm taking the Pats at -7. Sunday's game, Dallas at Green Bay. I took Dallas at plus 6.5. And I'm taking Colts at Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos at -7.
I gotta ask you, you're really giving the Ravens 7 fucking points?
Yeah.
The way they played lately?
Yeah, I definitely am. The fucking Patriots secondary is nasty. All right, and Brady and Belichick are going to want to fucking make a point here because all
Who do they call Mr. January?
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, Joe Flacco has a fucking January record and touchdowns to interceptions that's off the charts.
Well, he's got to deal with Revis Island.
He has. He's destroyed it. Let me check with Jerry Barca.
Okay.
Because I feel like you're shitting your money away.
No, I'm not.
Jerry Barca.
Ronnie B.
Yeah.
I think that I don't know what Chris is thinking with that Ravens stuff. I mean, the Ravens could actually win that game outright.
Yes,
I know.
I've heard.
I know. All right, what about the rest of the games, Jerry?
I think you got to go Seahawks. Winners Seahawks. The points 11. It's always tough, but come on, Carolina's not really a playoff team. We know that. We even saw that last week. What are the Cowboys getting? 6.5 in Green Bay?
Yeah.
Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
I'll take the Cowboys getting 6.5 because we don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to look like. How much that crazy Detroit lineman stomping on his calf, how much that's going to.
Oh, that isn't where it came from.
Stop. Come
he
on.
Did it on purpose. He's kind of evil.
His foot was numb. Okay? Get off Sue's back.
But my foot was numb. Jerry Barca, we know the pro game, but you know the college game.
Yeah.
Give me Monday night, the championship, right now.
Oregon. I think it's finally their year. This team has been knocking on the door, this program, for, 7 years since Dennis Dixon was a quarterback who hurt his knee for them.
Would they have beaten Alabama, too?
Would they have beaten Alabama? Yes.
Okay.
Alabama's quarterback, as great as Amari Cooper is, that receiver for Alabama, and he really is phenomenal. That quarterback I don't think you could put a game in his hands, and I think you saw that against Ohio State. This third string, whatever they're calling him, a third string quarterback, I think, 100 teams in the country would love to have him as a first string quarterback. This Cardell Jones is unreal and great, but I just think Oregon has too much speed and too many horses in too many spots. I think it'll be a good game, but I think it's Oregon finally kind of breaks through and gets a national title for Nike.
There you have it.
And that line sticks at -6 for Oregon. They cover?
Yes. But I think it's going to be a competitive game. But I still think they're covering that 6 and winning. Mariota is very smooth college player. I don't know how much it translates to the pros, but very smooth college player.
I would also not know how much it fucking translates to the pros. I watched them the other day, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't see him in the pros. I keep hearing Tampa Bay is going to take Winston. Fez tells me just the opposite because he has his fucking ear to the streets down there. Then I said, trade that fucking pick away.
They definitely should trade that pick away for whatever they can get for it.
Everything.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Winston, I think, is really good. I think he's the kind of guy that sees the game differently. I think he's a lot of the reason Florida State went as far as they went this season, constantly leading them to comebacks. I mean, he was very, accurate in the second half of those games. What did he, 15 of 16 against Notre Dame? He had huge numbers against Louisville after they were down.
But do you worry that he's too rapey and steals too many crab legs?
Well,
I am.
Yeah. The asshole factor is quite high there. And the thing about him is he doesn't really, the rape stuff, I'm sure he strays from, but it's not like he's contrite about any of this stuff or, hey, I have to change. And it's really odd because he kind of burst on the national scene the year he won the Heisman in preseason, telling the media, if I get Johnny Manziel disease, please, hit me. And he's created a disease far worse than being a rich kid of oil money and a good quarterback. So it's very weird. He hasn't kind of backtracked from any of his behavior. And Florida State, that's just a weird criminal kind of place, it seems. And I know some of your listeners will be pissed I said that, but I mean, what they allow that football team to do is
no, that school's crazy. But I'm also going to tell you something about this Oregon thing that all you guys are on the bandwagon for. I got 2 words for you. Joey Harrington. That's it. That's all I'm fucking saying. Everyone believed then, too.
But he wasn't winning. I'm saying a national title. I have no idea what he'll do in the pros. I mean, funny, like Kellen Clemens is a better pro quarterback than Joey Harrington, who also came out of Oregon, and I think who's like a placeholder somewhere for somebody.
Hey, you're out doing the book tour still?
No, I'm not doing the book tour. I'm working on. I got another project I told you about that I'm working on.
Oh yeah.
So I'm embedded in that. Burying myself in that.
Good. You need to. I'm working on a book too, but just reading one. It isn't easy, you know?
No, it is not. It is not. Reading ain't easy.
All right, my friend, Jerry Barker.
Great to talk to you, cousins.
All right, man. Jerry, let it ride Barker. There he goes.
Barker agreeing with me on the +6.5 with Dallas did not make me feel good about the bet for the first time.
No, that made me feel really nervous. I mean, seriously, are you going to be shocked if fucking Green Bay just crushes them? I'm not. If I look up and it's like 28-3 in the first half, I'll be like, told you.
I'll be freaking out in anger if that happens. Yeah, I will be, because I'm so fucking embedded in this.
Oh my God! Now you just stole his embedded.
Oh my God!
Barker just said embedded a minute ago, and it annoyed me because everyone acts like they're in Iraq. I know that's how quick Chris Stanley steals it.
I'm a dick.
Carrie in Virginia, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Carrie. Gary.
Hey, Pepper. Yes, sir. How you doing? Pepper, you're also not taking into account Tony Romo has not been practicing either. He's got a bad back.
He's had a bad back all season.
He's 1 hit away from being carried off.
He's had a bad back all season. Guess what? You can run on Green Bay. DeMarco Murray's going to tear it up.
Let me just tell you something, dudes.
He's been practicing all year.
This is the problem with this sport of football, is you get to the end of the year and you don't get to see the guys that played all season. Now, remember, like, when there would be the big fucking box office prize fights, for the championship, and they canceled it because one of the guys has a strained leg, or you hurt his eye, and they would just say, hey, let's do it when the guys are healthy. Fucking football isn't about that at all.
Well, the Broncos are on their 3rd running back this season, and Peyton's barely played the last 3 weeks. It's been a running team.
Is he embedded in fucking Denver? Is that what he's doing?
I hate that word.
Embedded there?
No. He works there.
Hey, Light of Day charity organization has put together one of the coolest things I've ever heard stand-ups doing. It's the Parkinson's Comedy Club Pub Crawl. Rick Shapiro, Artie Lang, Robert Kelly, Todd Berry, Rich Voss, Big J. Okerson, Greer Barnes.
Greer Barnes. Let me tell you something about Greer. I can't follow that dude. Good luck.
Jim Gaffigan, and more are all going to be out Tuesday, January 13th at the New York Comedy Club, first at 6:30. Stand Up New York at 9 o'clock, and the Village Underground at 11 p.m. Now, you can go to all 3 shows. You can pick a show. Go to lightofday.org to get tickets for this. But these are all our buddies, and they're all going out to raise some money for Parkinson's disease, and they love to see you out there. This is kind of a historic night for comedy. There's a write-up over it on the iBank today, or go to lightofday.org to get tickets. 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Hagen in Queens.
Hey, cousins, what's going on?
Hey, cousin.
I just wanted to talk to Pepper here. I'm afraid it's going to go bad for him this weekend, but I just want to let you know, part of the reason that lines move is how the public is betting. And one of my buddies turned me on to this website, thespread.com. You can see how the public is betting and see how the lines open and then move. And so one of the things he says is, the the bookies always know something. You know, they always know. They always do move the lines for a reason. So if the public is betting largely on one team, and then the line moves.
Yes,
in favor
we're all
of that
familiar
team.
on how the line moves, and the line is betters. It's you're acting like that isn't the thing, and that isn't a telltale piece. Yes, they want to keep it so you've got as many betters on each side. We all get that. How do you fucking feel at this point? You're going to explain this to us. Why don't you call us up and say, hey, when a guy hits the ball over the fence, he doesn't have to run that hard because they can't get the ball out of the stance and throw it at him. Why are you boring us with this?
That's called a home run.
Now, coming up in a little bit, it's the Unmasked with Robert Kelly. Unmasked with Robert Kelly, and it's playing all weekend. And you can see Robert Kelly's special tonight on Comedy Central at midnight. And RobertKellyLive.com right after that to download the special. Now, do you think there's enough word out about this? Because I've heard, and a little birdie told me today, because a little Fezzy didn't tell me, that Fez has done promos for this special. And for some reason, he doesn't bring it up on our show. But go over to Twitter, Hicks, and we're retweeting the special right now. And we'll see Fez Whatley on the Ron and Fez SXM Twitter account. Here's Fez's promo for Mr. Robert Kelly.
Surprise! It's Fez Whatley from the Ron and Fez Show on Sirius XM Satellite Radio. Make sure you're watching Robert Kelly live from the Village Underground this Friday at midnight on Comedy Central. I've seen it. I'm privileged that way. It's fucking fantastic.
Whoa, Fezzy dropping the F-bomb, which he won't do on our show.
Whoa.
Now, Fez, have you seen it?
I've seen most of it. The part I saw was fucking fantastic.
Why didn't you tell us you did a promo?
I forgot that I did that. It was like one of the first things I did when Robert got to the stand for the Unmasked taping the other night, and I
Were you hypnotized when you did that?
I could have been. I completely forgot that I did that.
I don't know why I got to hear about it on the street when you do a big, fabulous promo, and it came off very nice, Fez. It was very cute. What you can't tell on the radio is that Robert came up behind him like a weird ghost.
I didn't know I was video bombed.
Yeah. But that's cute. That's nice. So that's tonight, but you can listen to the Unmasked today, and we'll make sure. Let's do something for Bobby too today. Let's pick out some nice prizes for him for first responders. Mark in North Carolina, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey guys, I don't think Jameis Winston will make it in the pros for the same reason Tim Tebow didn't. He has to wind up to throw the ball, and all your great NFL quarterbacks just can flick the ball with just a flick of their wrist.
Yeah, I was telling Fez that the other day, and it's when I watched that kid in Oregon that I wasn't impressed. You just have to have a crazy snap on that ball. I mean, but see, here's the thing about him. Maybe he can change stuff because you know Winston is strong because he's got a pitcher's arm. They're talking about he could go and maybe he'd take a shot at the majors. So the kid should have a strong arm. And I agreed with Barca. I think he was the only thing that was working this year on Florida State. But I don't know if he's a pro. I don't know. I've been trying to convince Fez to fucking get rid of that goddamn first draft pick. Isn't it sad you get the first draft and there's not that thing?
Yeah, you finally got in the grocery store. There's nothing on the shelves.
But what about last year? They fucking got a guy who didn't really play all year long. You never know what you're going to get with that. That's why I don't want to sit around and watch draft day like a moron.
And people are already talking about the draft. Like the draft's like, it's not even, the fucking Super Bowl hasn't happened yet. It's just the draft. The draft day is the shittiest of days.
They love it. They're now touring it around the country, and those cities are paying to get it. It used to be something, A, no one showed up for, and then B, people are like, oh, can we come? And they're like, yeah. And now, this is bigger than baseball. Draft day is bigger than baseball now.
I hate it.
Hard Rock Johnny.
Draft day, the movie, not very big.
Oh, my God, was that good. You know, yeah. When he traded it and then bought it back and then traded it. And his dad died and his wife liked him. And she was pregnant. And, you know, and I think his dead dad came out of the corn. And he had to deliver the mail.
That was a draft day?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you build the draft, they will come. That was what I think.
If you draft today, they will come in your mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. Costner.
Johnny, you excited for football weekend?
I am. And I was blown away by Jerry Barker saying a name besides Notre Dame.
Yeah, I know.
College football.
No, he fell back into it.
Very weird.
He's embedded in a book right now called More Stuff About Notre Dame. Him and Hicks are both embedded.
Jerry's new book, I can't talk about it, but he and I discussed it. It's going to be phenomenal. It's about a secret Notre Dame team, but we can't talk about it on here.
It's about the first black player at Notre Dame to come on. It's called Rufus. And it's so good.
There's also a whole section about that groundskeeper that was featured in the movie Rudy.
I love that guy.
Rock.
As well.
Rock is fucking amazing. I left the key down. You ain't going to get any thanks from me. I just left the key there.
Thank God for that guy. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had a Rudy.
We all know Rudy was offsides. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all fun.
So, yeah, should be a good football weekend. I'm not sure on Pepper's picks, but
Pepper seems like he's all over the fucking map. He's making me a record.
No, I'm
focused. Wins
focused.
and covers.
I also like the under in the Patriots Ravens.
That's crazy.
I could see the under in that game. I'd definitely ride the over in the Dallas game, though.
Yeah, we don't even know what the weather's going to be up there. It's probably 2 degrees.
I think it's going to be 15 degrees.
Yeah, the high is 15 that day.
This is a fucking ice bowl, too.
Yeah.
Dallas is dead up there in that kind of weather.
You know what they have to do? They have to go up there like the Giants did. Wear no long sleeves. You remember when the Giants went up there a bunch of years back, the last Super Bowl, they went up there, and they out Green Bay'd the Packers. They went out, they just said, fuck you, we're not wearing thermals, we're not wearing long sleeves.
Stop with the Giants, please. Just stop with the Giants talk. The Giants are your Notre Dame.
They are. They really are. Can't help it.
All right, my brother, man.
All right, boys. You have a good football weekend.
Johnny. Hey, Bill in Rockland. Bill, what's up?
Hey, what's up, cousins? How's it going?
Hey, cousin.
Ronnie, I was wondering if it's, when you're doing the Bennington show for you, is it weird to say something and get a response instead of like dead air or incoherent jumbling?
I'm not going to comment on that. You know what I mean? I wear a different hat from time to time. That's all.
I may be incoherent.
So there's no transition. It's just one easy, smooth.
Oh, no. There's nothing easy and smooth about this. No. I think we brought it up yesterday. This is like putting on the glasses and they live. You know what I mean? That you see the way things really are.
Obey.
I don't know. I always feel like Fez is right there when I stop, when I stop talking.
I try to be.
At least for a short while he does. All right, buddy. I worry about this show anyway because everybody keeps fighting with each other all the time. Every day I come in and I talk to Shelby and I say, are you getting along with those guys? And he says, yeah. And I go, and you talk to him about all the other stuff that's bothering them? And he says, yeah.
He's not.
And then I say to you guys, has he talked to you? And you say, absolutely not.
He hasn't. I don't know why he's saying yes to you.
Shelby, why do you say yes to me when these guys say you haven't talked to them?
Yeah, I do talk to him about everything that can be talked about.
No, you don't. You'll say, "Hey, Chris, I wrote up that plug." That's something to talk about, but that's not talking about the problem of the fucking no communication and fucking not being a team.
You've had a falling out with these guys, and you will not say, come to them and talk about it.
I thought the problem was no communication, so I tried to communicate on every thing.
All right, let's suppose like this. Let's suppose you're married, right? And you come home one night and you're fucking drunk.
Yeah.
And smelling like pussy that ain't hers.
Okay.
And there's a fucking white ring around your nose, right? And you fucking come into the house, you just make it home, but you did knock over a couple fucking trash cans, and the car is dressed fucking crooked, right?
Yeah.
And then you go into the place and you end up falling asleep with your fucking head in the baby crib, right?
Fuck. All right.
So you wake up the next day and you know that you're in trouble, but then you're like, hey, honey, I'm going out to the store. You need anything? And you're saying stuff like that as the weeks go by. It doesn't mean you ever cleared up that thing. You'd be like, hey, I've been saying nice things to you. These guys got a beef with you that you got to man up with them and have a talk about.
I thought the beef was I was doing things wrong because I wasn't communicating things, and there was communication.
How many times did I go to you and say, Shelby, you got to say, Chris, what do I got to do to fix this? Fez, what do I got to do to fix this?
I've seen you say that to him, and then you leave to go home.
Yeah.
You shut the door, and I've seen Chris just stare at Shelby, because you just said it seconds earlier.
Right.
And I seen Chris stare at Shelby waiting for him to say that exact same question, and it never comes.
You got to deal with the personality problem first. That's the thing. You got two guys that and this is carried on now for months, 6 weeks, more?
Yeah. Months.
And they're pissed. And they're not going to let you off the hook until you try to work it out with them.
I understand that, and I was trying to help him in any way, and I could, and communicate better that way. I thought I was doing better.
How did I talk to you that you had to talk to them man to man, person to person, to say, look, I know I've lost your trust. Tell me how we can make up. Tell me what we got to do to get this thing back to normal. That's a lot different than, here, I did this paper. By the way, I thought it would be funny to put .com on the bottom instead of fucking .org.
And actually,
hopefully I'll send people to the wrong place.
Use my plug because he had the first two clubs mixed up. The Stand Up New York's the first. On the club crawl, the Stand Up New York is the first club. Then it goes to New York.
You can't mess up this stuff, dude.
He caught it. I need to come to him.
I don't know why you even printed it out, because I didn't ask you to print out the plug. That was like 5 hours ago.
Shelby, you screwed up the replays over Christmas, and I
had to come in on Tuesday to fucking go through every single replay because there was something loaded twice in the same fucking section. So I had to come in here on Tuesday, like the second day of the vacation, and go through every single file. And I found a bunch of other fucking problems that there was just shit fucking ending that was just getting cut off. And I asked, dude, Shelby, I told you, this file cuts off. Don't you hear it? And then you're like, no, what? And then the fucking file was cutting off. I had to explain to you that the file was cutting off. I found like a fucking another 10 problems with the fucking files.
Robert Kelly, live at the Village Underground, premieres tonight on Comedy Central. You'll hear the Unmasked with him today. Fez is picking out some prizes for first responders. I don't know how you get through with each other, but Bill, you're on the Ron Fez show.
Hey, Ron, from one organization to another, what's it like to be in radio's first family business?
It would actually be pretty cool, right?
I think you're already in it, man.
But I will tell you, at least we talk to each other. There's no DA, and there's no lying. This show, madness. I want to just tell you how crazy this show is today. And I'm almost embarrassed to say it. A listener sent in something to us on a SoundCloud that when I listen to it, I'm like, how how are we even still in the air? By the way, Peterson and did White Earl just say, I understand that, but this was the old...
Oh, my God.
It's very, very Earl. It's like Earl left behind a white baby. You know that Shelby, the day that he said to Fez, you're on my board, and he went in there and, remember, took that board off Fez, he's never had a good day since.
That's, you know, if we could call it patient zero.
Where you are sitting was his pocket. He was in the pocket there.
Yeah.
And he chased Fez out of that room and has not had another good day. This is just shit from the Ron and Fez show. It's 6 minutes, and I found it a painful 6 minutes to listen to. Who's the person who made this up?
That's Paul D.
This is just his Ron and Fez show mix.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present for your intellectual and philosophical pleasure,
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog, Sirius XM Comedy Hits, Channel 99.
Just keep doing it.
Fucking tell me what to fucking say.
Tell me what I said.
You fucked up.
How did I fuck up? Running their cake horn, tooting that. Bullshit. Pat Rat, the other rat in here, Shelby. He announces that he's gay, but he's a little asshole who likes to start crap. I can't wait. Just, is basically a stalker to me.
Because he's retarded.
I heard you say retarded yesterday.
All right, Chris.
Completely.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job.
I fucked up.
You fucked up.
Fuck me, man.
You want a massage?
No, Paul. Thank you for the offer. I would not like a massage.
You become a bigger fucking liar.
And I feel like a fucking asshole.
You fucked up.
I'll fuck it up. Whatever. I'll fuck it up. But then I'll fucking keep going. This day is fucked up.
Oh, you poor thing.
But fuck it.
Fez, can I ask you a fucking question? So none of these guys do a good job.
Yeah, no.
Fez is absolutely correct.
Yeah, apparently I am.
Again, more insanity. Fez fucked this day up.
Fucking idiots don't even know what you're fucking talking about, as usual.
You can't make a fucking decision on this fucking show.
No one will be happy until I'm dead.
Is this a fucking joke to you?
You don't hear me fucking laughing about it?
I don't fucking feel good about this.
What the fuck do I care?
Why would that be funny to you?
That's fucking hysterical.
I love hearing his voice when he says fuck. There's nobody that can say it like him.
Fuck!
I think he's got the voice of an ankle.
People send you fucking weed through the mail.
Well, whatever. That's what fucking happens. People fucking blow up.
Stop fucking around.
I'm walking around with face paint, and I would still come off less crazy.
You're fucking nuts.
I don't know what you're bitching about, Chris. All this big fucking talk over there.
Fuck me, man.
Ronnie, if you do not fire this friggin' nitwit for screwing up this bad today of all days...
Fucking pissed for real.
Another fucking loser in life.
Everyone's a loser but Fez.
Fuck you, Chris. I'm a fucking winner.
Holy shit, that's fucked up.
How long you been unhappy, Chris?
I'm explaining that Chris is an asshole today.
I'm not the asshole. You're the asshole.
The heart attack is coming. I can feel it. I'll be gone soon.
You're fucking nuts for thinking that.
Oh, you made me cry.
Motherfuck.
And Ron, I don't mean to correct you, but shouldn't it be the Ron and Fez featuring Circus Geek show?
Don't fucking sit there and tell me what to say.
Fuck off.
Grandma, come in, shit the fucking bed. What are we gonna do?
I love Chris Stanley, and I want to bang him right now. I took that queer to dinner 3 times. He didn't thank me once.
We wanted steaks for the love of fuck.
It's a burger made out of steak.
Jesus Christ, it's a cheeseburger. I was blindfolded.
Thank you for admitting it.
That was a rhetorical thing. I'm not.
Screw you, Ron Bennington.
Motherfuck.
My name's Fez. Bitch. Fuck that. Talk about fucking boring.
I love Fez.
I don't need you to point it out with your 9 fucking fingers.
Step up, bitch.
Shove it up your ass like a big dildo.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Fez Wally.
Fez, BL loves you.
Oh, I can feel it.
What are you gonna do, Fez? You and BL are best friends.
I don't know what the fuck goes on here.
Because now I'm fucking pissed for real. Are you gonna call BL tonight?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Asshole.
You're so funny.
Oh, fuck. The fuck was that? Jesus Christ.
Shit.
I'm gonna fuck you up, Shelby. Fucking hit me in the fucking head with something, you fucking little cunt. Little bitch. What the fuck? You little fucking piece of shit.
I was a beaver, and I went into another beaver's dam, and it was really nice inside. I'd be like, damn.
room.
You're not this fucking crazy, is what I'm trying to say to you.
He's stupid as fuck. Fucking little cringing bitch.
Cringing?
Like a fucking unhealthy weirdo.
You reach down and grab a fucking cock.
Basically, I feel like I just drank some piss.
Give me a fucking cum shake.
Try not to spit on the food.
I'll fucking rape Shelby in front of you.
Not with those arms, you won't.
You're a piece of garbage, Hicks.
And Shelby, what do you have? Oh, wait, nothing. That's right, you cocksucker.
Going back and forth between, like, attacking me and then healing me.
Because you're not fucking listening.
If you fucking put his nuts in your mouth.
I would just spit him out of my mouth. I wouldn't bite down on him.
Are you saying he wouldn't stick his dick in your mouth?
Hey, Fez, what's cum taste like?
Fuck you, Mikey.
I like creamy dick.
Great fucking revelation.
You're a beautiful magenta asshole.
Oh, like you're not even gonna fucking eat it, Chris. And he can enjoy that all he wants.
Hey guys, all this talk has got me so cake horny.
Gonna be sick. Said I'm gonna fuck some lady.
Fuck off at this point. You know what? It's not about fucking cake horns.
Fuck Fez.
Fuck you. Why don't you go to fucking Best Of? Because it's non-fucking stop around here. You want a baby in your mouth, you fucking sicko.
You fucking fuck. Is that the fucking place you want to be with me?
For Shelby, Shelby's a real asshole.
Cake horn.
Fuck off with the cake horn shit. Chris, he's not a friend.
I feel like shit.
Shelby's not a fucking friend.
I'm just so shocked.
Get the fuck out of the room. You want to get singled right out the fucking door?
Is that the fucking place you want to be with me?
Pardon me if I don't feel like fucking celebrating.
Fez needs some dick.
Well, great. We got the Joe Jackson bit for the 400th fucking time. Fuck all of you. I could give a shit about winning you over.
We're fucking #1 trending in the United States. Hashtag cake horn.
Hashtag kiss my ass. Keep doing your joke that didn't work the first fucking time, asshole.
You think that this has something to do with you wanting to be a gay?
No one's more disappointed in me than me. So I don't need your disappointment too.
I don't give a shit about these fucking things.
Open your cake horn.
That's my fuck up. I admit that.
Well, no, I knew what happened. He fucking hit something wrong because he's retarded.
Shelby's bad gland is affecting his memory.
Do you honestly feel that Chris is against you?
Yes. Can't stand him. He's an awful human being.
Everybody says that Chris is a loser. Chris is...
Wait, who says I'm a loser? The fuck?
How about we make one about you, the adventures of the asshole caller?
I guess he's a burr in your saddle, Fez. Is that the best way to put it?
Just call Sam a little pat rack? Fuck the pat rack.
Oh, I'm sure I did, Dustin. Why don't you start fucking trending now? Sam's on my list. Yeah, this is where it all started. Just fucking assholes.
I got a delicious creme brulee.
Why don't you go make one and shove it up your ass? He's got my asshole. I thought it stunk.
You said dim-witted asshole. There's a bleached asshole, but never a bright asshole.
I made a mistake when I became partners with Fez.
I'm just an old, mean, gay queen.
We got a break here. Today is one annoying, shitty day. We'll be right back with more weirdness. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Fuck you.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow, when you put it all together like that.
Yeah. You know what's really funny is, like, Fez comes off pretty good in that. Like, if that's the Fez that showed up every day,
like strong,
he would be fine. We'd be like, hey, you ought to pull it back a little bit. But there
crazy.
was more Fez in that than any other time. That was really funny.
Good times.
Good times. Frank in Maryland, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, I just felt like I won the lottery. Ron, you've worked hard. You and your team can take the weekend off. Loop this all the way until 2 o'clock on the Unmasked. Thanks, guys.
Johnny said that you were the one that said that he wanted a baby in his mouth and called him a sicko.
Ooh.
I'm not even sure.
I don't remember
any of those. But you just hear Fez fucking laying me out in those things. That's the part that really kills me. This insane mashup is like listening to my parents' divorce again. No wonder Pepper drinks so much. Except for Pepper was in the middle of it more than anybody. Pepper is probably the #1 fighter, followed by fucking Fez.
I say fuck. Like, constantly. When I play it back for myself.
I know, it's a little, you know what I mean?
Bad.
It's a little offensive.
Bad.
Asshole comes in a distant second. People are writing, that sound clip might be the perfect summary of the show. Please post the link to the SoundCloud. I couldn't count the F-bombs fast enough. Fire Shelby and bring back Pips. Pips was great. Well, we all love Pips. It goes without saying.
He's out in La La Land.
This little Doogie says this little recording magnifies the obvious hate this show has come down to. Sad. That might have dawned on you 5-6 years ago. Now you're going to come up with that? Mac, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, I just wondered, maybe we could have Gail come in, and Gail and Shelby could do Ron and Fez for the next generation?
I got to figure out what's going to happen with Shelby with the guys right now. I've had enough talks with him to see that he's not acting on it. I don't know how much more I can do to help him. Cajun says, this is the most we've heard from Fez in 10 years. It is fucking true. There's only one time where he was crying and claiming that the callers were going to give him a fucking heart attack.
It's coming.
And then he'll die, and everybody will be sorry. I mean, that was the cringy grandmother joke of blaming your own stuff on other people. But the rest of it, I thought Fez was great.
Yeah, Fez was fucking giving everybody,
There was
everyone
great
shit.
fucking lines. Once you put them all together like that, it's fucking fantastic. It's really funny, though.
That was all from Paul.
Steve
D.
says, I think some of that was taken out of context. Maybe. Will this be the only time we ever tell Fez? Fez tells Ron to fuck off. He can say it any day he wants to. You can use this to soothe yourself to sleep every night.
It's like a mantra.
A what?
A mantra? Is that?
Are you from fucking way down south somewhere?
No, I'm from Queens.
Here, why don't you do this nice live read for yourself, Chris?
Sure.
And see if you can do it without dropping the F-bomb once.
I don't like dropping F-bombs after hearing myself say those terrible things.
I'm with you. I
Right?
don't like to hear me say it either.
It's bad. Well, this Tuesday, January 13th, it's the Parkinson's Comedy Club Pub Crawl. It's for Light of Day, a charity organization that helps fight Parkinson's. Rick Shapiro, Artie Lang, Robert Kelly, Todd Barry, Rich Voss, Big J. Okerson, Greer Barnes.
Greer Barnes. Let me tell you something about Greer. I can't follow that dude. Good luck.
Mike Buccetti, Kurt Metzger, Bonnie McFarland, Godfrey, Mike Vecchione, Joey Gay, Shang Forbes. They're all going to be part of the pub crawl.
Club
pub crawl.
You know how good you were doing till you screwed up?
It was nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first club will be at Stand Up New York. Then they're going to New York Comedy Club. And finally finishing up at the Village Underground, where there'll be special surprise guests. So go to lightofday.org for information on how to get tickets.
Light of day, you are the one. Light of day. Yeah, that bit was pretty funny, man.
Shines a light. Shines a light on
You
these.
do hear the hate that we all have for each other. The hate. Oh, all right. Flatheads. He just texted me, and I said the white ring around the nose, and he says it's a tattoo to pick up chicks. See, that's truly the thing of when everything goes bad and you just sort of like, wow, everything's great. Shelby is the white black Earl that's stuttering, and the well is so Earl-like. It is. Finally, Fez stuck up for himself and put Ron in his place. I'm disappointed it didn't say fuck the Twitter responders. Hashtag kiss my ass was the best thing so far. If there's ever a thing of the best, that's it. This clip makes me feel so much better about my life. Look, if the thing that makes you feel better is not being us, congratulations, my friend.
Good work.
Light of day. Fezzy, what stuff do you got for first responders? Let's do 3 prizes.
Okay. Let's do, on DVD, signed by the director, God Bless America from Bobcat Goldthwait.
Well, he's the director of both of those, so that's cool.
Let's do Eagle Heart on DVD, Season of Eagle Heart, signed by Chris Elliott.
Oh, nice.
And Forgetting Sarah Marshall, signed by Russell Brand on DVD. We'll throw out those 3 prizes. First responders at Robert Kelly.
Well, that happens a little, not now, of course. You got to point out, it happens after the Unmasked. So be ready as first responders. Fez is just throwing them out, as you said. Let's throw them out as if they were garbage.
No, let's praise them. Those are awesome prizes.
We'll throw out these 3 prizes. Ya fucking hashtag kiss my ass.
Fuck you, K-Corn. You listen.
Fez, that promo of yours is running on TV, too. It's running on Comedy Central. A couple people have written to me. They just bleep the fucking.
Oh, I was going to say, with the adult language, I didn't know how it was on there.
Well, it runs after 12 o'clock with the adult language. And then before. So that's fucking great, right?
Yeah, that's good.
You excited?
Yeah.
I made that up.
Oh, damn.
I'm not going to put that stupid thing on TV.
And the still of it, just Fez looks like a crazy.
Yeah, he does.
Like, this does look like a promo.
It looks like.
It looks like snuff porn. It looks like the beginning of a fucking snuff
It looks like a man who's broken into your house and somehow it's not his fault. You know what I mean? Like his own weirdness and scariness has done it to him. What's some of the stuff up on the iBank today, Chris?
This is what I'm loving is Kim Kardashian's little sister, Kylie Jenner. She got a bunch of heat. Yeah.
Unbelievable breast.
She posted a picture to Instagram that blew up because she has very ample cleavage.
Unbelievable. How old is she?
I believe she's 18.
All right, we shouldn't even be looking at that. But did someone put not safe for school?
No one's put that. But
does she go to school still?
I don't think. All right, there's 2 younger Kardashian sisters. One of them's, I think, Kendall, and she's like a model. This one,
I never saw this one with the breasts before.
This one doesn't do anything, as far as I know. So, and all of her,
she's doing something.
Yeah, she's doing something, right? Well, all of her Instagram followers freaked out, thinking, "Oh my God, Kylie got breast implants," but it's just a bra. And she just has some sort of push-up bra. So it has like 300,000 comments or something on her Instagram account. Just from this one picture of her very ample cleavage.
It's unbelievable cleavage. You know, in a world of butts, it's exciting to see that pop out.
She's branching out from her sister. Kardashians are known for ass.
Right.
She's branching out to the titty.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if one of the Marsalis brothers just started fucking doing hip hop, and everybody's like, "It's good, but aren't they a jazz family?" Man, that line would have killed on Bennington.
What?
I just wonder why not. Why is it so different? Night and gay, you are the one.
Different, but still good.
What are you going from the thing before?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, her breasts are amazing. What is this thing with the president's daughter? Is that up on the iBank today, too?
Yeah, that's Malia Obama, and somehow a selfie of her looking that she shot, I guess, it looks like it's in the residence. It looks like it's in her bedroom or something, ended up online on a band's site.
Well, I don't understand what you're talking about.
So it's a very personal-looking selfie that she has here. Well, actually, I don't even know if it's a selfie. It's a shot of her because she's got her hands behind her head. And now the White House would like to know...
Pulled off a computer.
So this guy, Pro Era, that it's a rapper, he threw up this selfie of Malia in one of his T-shirts.
What's her name?
T-shirt.
Malia.
I thought it was Malia. Malia.
A moron.
And Pro Era said, "Hey, we got this from a third party." That's all they're saying about where that photo came from.
That a famous girl is wearing their T-shirt.
They should be. They should be happy about that. She's a Pro Era fan.
All right, you know what everybody's favorite thing was, Fez? Is you standing up to me. Why don't you make the listeners happy every once in a while? And just fucking lay me out. Put me in my place.
I don't have any reason to lay you out. You're my one friend here.
Yes, but friends are allowed to fucking give each other shit.
About me.
You're allowed to give your friend shit. Old Dirty Hog said that that's the real thing that they should play at the end of the world. Chris Stanley drops more F-bombs in a clip than Fez total speaking time.
It's my favorite word.
Boo, 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 doo, doo, doo. Let me ask you, go back to the picture of the young girl's breast. Do you pick that over her sister's big ass? Which do you pick?
I'm picking Kylie right now. I'm picking Kylie Jenner. And this ample-breasted picture.
Shelby?
I'll go with Kim. It's just so amazing, and these are just pretty good.
Oh, this is the Kobayashi Maru. No-win situation. I'm going to say the big ass girl.
I'm going to pick this girl because it's new. You know what I mean? We've
thought
seen
the same
Kim's
exact
ass
fucking thing,
for
dude.
12 years.
It's like, I get it. She's got a giant ass. But this Kylie girl, I don't know anything about her. I don't know what she does. I know she has an Instagram account. I don't watch the show. I know she has fucking cleavage.
Don, you're on the Ron and Fez show. I'm moving on then, Don. Kevin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, I got a question for Pepper Hicks. You there, Pepper?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Hey, how do you know how snuff porn begins?
You know how he knows.
Yeah, you naughty little centaur.
No comment.
Down in California. John.
Hey there, Ronnie B. Hey, you've really been hanging around Chris too long because you wouldn't dare have looked at an 18-year-old girl, a couple of years ago.
You're 100% correct, but there's nothing pornographic about this.
No,
this
just
is her in a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That apparently she put it out again on her own Instagram. Fez is all over Instagram himself. He's out there. He cuts promos for people, and it's very exciting. Fez should only do gossip TMZ stories. He loves it. He is kind of a gossipy guy. Fez gossips about movie stars without ever even seeing the movies. Because you read the gossip things.
Yeah. It's for me, since I don't read actual books, those kind of tabloid things are easier for me.
Well, you also like childish comic books too, right?
Yeah. Not a lot of words in those.
Some have a bunch of
Give us some more of the Fez gossip.
John Hodgman is doing a thing in Philadelphia. He really wants to
What city?
In Philadelphia.
Okay.
He really wants to save this diner, Little Pete's.
Little Pete's is a great place in Center City.
So
why would you save it? Why is it going out of business?
A developer has come in once again.
I hate that. You tell Mr. John Hodgman, and let's retweet whatever he wants to do, but I will back him up 1,000,000%. I can't even walk over Broadway since they got rid of my place. It's too sad to me.
I was thinking about it the other day. It's like, maybe I could go. No.
Fez wanted to get me in something in between. He goes, you get that thing on Ryan? I go like this. It's not there, Fez.
Oh,
it's not there anymore. Go to this fucking shitty one. And that's what he did. He got me something from a shitty place.
So you were eating shit?
Shitties. To be precise. So it's going to be I'm sorry, we're stepping on your read. Go ahead, buddy.
Little Pete's probably has about a year left before they start tearing down the neighborhood to put up a hotel.
So it was like eating shitties, like shitty shits.
Oh, dirty shitties. For breakfast? That's no way to start the day. I'd kill a homeless man for a
people are saying that girl is not even 18 that you're putting up.
I thought she was 18.
Why do you put stuff like this up?
Oh, she's 17.
Why would you put that up?
It's not. It's just an Instagram account. Instagram would shut down anything that was inappropriate. They do that all the time.
Delete. Not everybody can be a fucking four-hoofed ped, you pedo.
I swear I thought she was 18.
Then you had me back you up. But you're making me look at this child. I feel like a gypsy right now. All right, you'll like this story. Somebody just sent us. An Aaron Hernandez juror yelled out, "Go Pats," in the courtroom to get sent home.
Mistrial. He's going to start. He's going to start on Saturday.
Eric, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to know if Fez hates Star Trek so much, why he's throwing around the Kobayashi Maru like that. I thought he was a Star Wars guy.
People may not like football, but they can use the term Super Bowl.
No, that's way
That's
more
deep.
inside.
Kobayashi
way
Maru.
more inside. You're either lying
this is
before,
like
you're lying
way nerded
now.
out on it,
You
though,
fucking lying son of a bitch.
That was a training program they used in the Starfleet Academy.
I know.
No, that.
That's fucking deep, my friend. Saying the words Star Trek is like saying the word Super Bowl. But saying what? Kobayashi what?
Maru.
Fuck.
Kobayashi Maru.
He's in deep.
You
this
love
son of
Star
a-
Trek.
He's
You
in
love it.
Deep.
You can't get enough of
And
it.
you called Shelby a liar? Please.
Look who the liar is now.
Please.
It's Kobayashi over there.
You got us, Fez. You know what I'm saying? You know how much time we got left before we throw out that mess? 45.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready? Gentlemen, are you ready?
Some football?
No, I'm not.
Gentlemen, we do got a break here.
Yes.
Coming up a little bit. It's Unmasked with Mr. Robert Kelly. Big first responders to him, which will be at Robert Kelly. At Robert Kelly. We'll take a break. Right back on the Fez Show. Yeah, buddies, this is the Run of Fez Show, and I had a buddy stop by here today. We haven't seen you in how long, Michelle?
Well, you guys were on vacation.
Gaycation for us.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have some gaycation, Fezzy?
He didn't, but me and Chris did.
Together?
Well, we double-teamed another guy.
It was hot.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was he, did he have hooves?
Well, what we were doing the whole time was we were just... Chris was in the back and I was in the front. And we were just going to like to whistle with him. Seesaw. Because we like to mock him out a little bit.
Seesaw.
Did you ever do that when you're little? Say the term seesaw while you're seesawing?
My little boy does it all the time, and he goes, seesaw up and down. And it's creepy.
Yeah. But I don't know. Kids will all do that. So you've been good, right?
Great.
Did you have a merry and a happy?
The merry part was very, very merry. And then the happy was a little sad because my son broke his leg. But
he broke his leg or you broke his leg?
I helped.
He fell down some stairs.
He was pushed. But that doesn't make me a bad person.
No. We all go through that.
I'm weak.
He's tiny. Man up, little boy.
And they grow back.
Yeah, his leg grew back.
They heal. Children heal. Jay, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, what's up? It's J-Bone, Ronnie. I wanted to thank you for talking about Little Pete's, man. It's probably not going to come to anything, but people need to get the word out. It's a great little diner.
I despise the fact that they close these great places to put up a shitty shithole hotel. I don't think Philly's going to take it. Plus, there's a deranged millionaire named John Hodgman who would do anything to keep this place because he likes the scrapple lapple lapple odie made in Philadelphia.
I love a good millionaire.
Me too.
I like good scrapple.
Yeah, too.
What
And
about
get
a
some
scrapple
fucking Habersack.
millionaire? Just put them together.
Jay was listening to your show today where you do advice and wants to ask you some advice, okay?
So is this Jay from Virginia or Jay from Georgia? Because the Georgian was a little terrifying.
This is Jay from D.C.
Yeah.
Now, what did the guy from Georgia ask for?
He said,
Tell Jenny, I want to know how to stop wanting to have sex all the time.
And I said, Mr. J, are you drunk?
No, I'm a truck driver.
Are you a drunk truck driver? Anyway, hi, Jay from Virginia or DC.
Hello, hello, cousins.
What's your moral conundrum?
Oh, no. It's a moral conundrum.
Okay, well, it's not. I doesn't have to do with my kids, so there won't be any broken arms or pushing down of stairs. But that probably is a good segue to the situation I'm in. It's with my dog. My 16-year-old plus dog turned 16 in November. Yeah. And it's been about 3 weeks now of daily puddles on the carpet. All he does is sleep. He's had a great life.
Put him down.
Yeah, you got to put him down, buddy.
Right? I don't want to wait till the last minute.
You don't wait till the last minute.
Don't. Just put him in a beautiful vet's arm. Find someone with big tits. They don't care, but it'll be good for you.
Nice.
And,
well, that's the kind of advice I need. That's exactly why I'm... So, find a vet with big tits.
Then just hold on to the dog and let it get a little shot, and then you end it all.
I'm really sorry, though.
Nah. Yeah, well, it's been, 112, they calculate?
No one believes those things, though.
That's crazy talk.
That's what they tell children, so the children doesn't go wild.
But now they can go to heaven.
I felt so bad when my dog died when I was little that I never wanted a dog for my kids because I didn't want that to come. And then they wanted a dog. I'm like, look, it's all between you people. They had a dog. I'm like, I'm not paying attention to this dog. The dog would be, I'm like, I don't see this dog. And when that dog got older and died, I felt the same thing again.
It's so hard. Each time I had a child, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
A cat died. One of my cats died,
Yeah,
so I
that's
can't get
pagan
pregnant
way.
again.
Yeah.
It's because I love my kitties.
Yeah. Fez threw his cat off Niagara Falls, and that seemed like it worked out for everybody.
In a bucket? I mean, in a...
Great.
No, he just chucked it hard.
Okay. Yeah. Jay, I really am sorry, though.
He sounded happy about it, though.
Yeah, he
He
wasn't-
just wanted somebody else to tell him to do it.
You know what? His wife's like, no, baby, we got to keep it alive.
That's a good impression of her, because I know her. She sounds like that. So you didn't come to our Unmasked. You, like you said, why would I watch paint dry?
You're twisting my words a little.
I like to twist words.
Yeah, I was very angry at my husband. And, we're getting a divorce. So
You know what? Sometimes divorce, it works out better for everybody.
Especially the kids.
Yeah. Because the kids then know it's their fault.
And double the presents.
Yeah.
But the fault part.
There's this movie I watched the other night. Look, I'm going to do another spoiler alert here, okay? This is a Swedish film. So the premise is this. The family is in the Alps on a snow skiing vacation. If you think you're going to watch the Swedish film on demand, please turn off the show now. I'll give you time. It's a call back from this morning. So I think I've given enough time. So up there, they have these controlled avalanches, right? Where they'll set off like a little thing so it avalanches down, you get fresh snow, and then it doesn't build up. So the family is sitting out and eating, and they're a beautiful family, and we're with them for days, and you see this whole thing. And all of a sudden, they're doing this controlled avalanche, and you're watching it come down the mountain, and it's beautiful, but it's kind of terrifying. He's like, look, it's this. And then suddenly people are like, no, that's too big. And they start to freak. And people start to get up, and they're out eating on this patio. And this thing hits, right? And the dad turns around and starts running without grabbing one of the kids or the wife. And you hear them yelling, Daddy. And you just see this kind of white snow everywhere.
It's white out.
And then it all kind of... And then finally light comes back, and they're not killed. It just went up against this thing, and it went all over. And the dad slowly comes walking back, and the mother's there with the two children. So the point would be, then what is the rest of your life like? After you as the man did this, after you as the wife saw this take place, and the children themselves.
Oh, I know what my answer would be.
What would it be?
We're done.
That would be it.
That's it.
That would be the same as coming home and seeing him
fucking someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys? No?
Well, the point is, you always want to feel that you make the brave move. You don't know that until the moment happens. So, in my mind, 100 out of 100. And, I only have one thing to compare to it. On 9/11 was the first day in my life that I thought to myself, I don't care whether I get, I'm running to schools. And I literally had the thing of, I don't care if I died. I had a great life. Let me get these kids somewhere. But to really be at peace with that moment. But does that mean that I would have it, as quickly? Yes, you want to think that 100 out of 100. But I don't know how you live with yourself if something like that happens.
Yourself. Why would
you certainly would kill yourself if your kids died. But they didn't die. As a matter of fact,
you might as well be dead.
See, I'm on the guy's side in this. I remember I seen the trailer for this.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's fight.
Did you show that scene in the trailer?
No, but I remember they show the bombs going off to take the snow down. But I don't think they gave that away of him running away. It's fight or flight, right? And the mother and the two kids stayed there.
Yeah. So the mother went to pick him up and couldn't carry both the kids.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, she had two kids, and immediately, like a mother, she went to her children, and he grabbed his phone and I think a lighter and started running.
Was her name Sophie?
No, yeah, well, she, like she said in that thing, she did the right thing. But, and now the rest of the movie plays off, how would you think? Now, I remember one time when I was a kid, me and my dad were out fishing, and we start to get this call on the radio from my mom. There's a storm coming. We're not fucking listening. We're like, yeah, sure there is. And she would yell it at us, and we weren't paying attention. So at the last second, this storm is just on us. We're down in Virginia in the Chesapeake. And boom, we're riding back, and it's real exciting. And it hits while we're coming back. And we have to tie up the boat, right? And as soon as we get our boat tied up, I'm like about 13, 14 years old. I'm up and I'm exhausted on this dock. And all of a sudden, this other boat comes in with a man and a woman and two children. And he didn't know how to handle a boat. You know what I mean? My father was like, could always handle a boat. And he's yelling for me. So he says to me, we're going back in. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. This guy jumps out of the boat with it still running, with the children and the wife in it, because he thought that maybe he could tie it up, and it's spinning around, and there's my old man climbing up on top of this moving boat. And the weirdness was he didn't show cowardice as much as he showed ineptness. He was a guy who could have gotten his children.
And he could have been chopped up.
Yeah. Oh, here's what happened to me that day. I'll never forget this, though. I'm trying to help my dad tie up some fucking stranger's boat, right? So I'm pissed. And I'm in the water trying to put the back of it up, and this wave comes up, and a jellyfish is just sticking there. And I have my tongue on raw jellyfish. Just like,
nest.
But this guy, they pulled the boat out of the water, and we never saw them put it in the water again the next day. They were just like, we're not boat people.
Done with this.
But, they looked at their dad as someone who they couldn't depend on. That's different than being a straight coward.
That's full-on straight coward. This versus just idiot.
Now, Fez, you have to think of yourself with your little nieces. Do you think you would have grabbed them or saved Fez?
Oh, man, I'm trying to think. I know what I want to say. I'm sure I would say Fez.
I don't think you would.
I don't think so.
I don't think you would move. I think you and the children would need someone to pick you up and carry you. And I'm going by that. By yesterday, I'm talking to someone in the hall, and I come back, and there's no radio being done. Here's Shazan in Toronto. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Ron?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so amazing talking to you. But Yeah, that already happened with that Detroit shooter, that Joker shooter, during the Batman movie. Like, he ran out on his wife and baby.
Ugh.
Oh, I do think I remember that story now.
Didn't he try to pass it off as there was so much smoke in the theater he said he couldn't see anyone?
He stepped on his baby's head to get out the... No, I'm making that up. I don't know.
God.
I'm just not...
You got me.
Look, anything can happen when the shit hits. You don't know. You can only hope that you will do the right thing. Now, you look at me like I'm crazy.
No, I'm trying to think of it.
No, because you know mothers do the right thing all the time. There is something on a cellular, genetic level that mothers would easily die. Men don't have this thing going through, so they have to make a conscious decision to do it.
Right.
And not a subconscious.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I've always been terrified of flying, and one time, years ago, I was on a flight, and I had taken some pills to fly, and I was thinking to myself as we were in the air, all right, what if this thing really did go down? Would you somehow rise to the occasion and try to comfort other passengers or help other people? And as this thought's running through my head, we hit like this tiniest bump of turbulence, and I screamed out loud and grabbed the person next to me, but really hard by the arm.
Well, maybe they needed protecting and you were doing it, Fez.
No, I was just shrieking in their ear.
I tried.
Well, then you've been tested. Fez has been tested. Coming up in just a little bit, Unmasked, First Responders at Robert Kelly. First Responders at Robert Kelly. Fez, why don't you do the nice comedy club bark while read?
It's the New York Comedy Club crawl to fight Parkinson's disease. All the proceeds are going to lightofday.org. That's also where you can see the schedule.
Did you say Light of Gay?
Light of Day.
Okay, good. That makes more sense.
Lightofday.org. Great names on this. Rick Shapiro, Artie Lang, Kurt Metzger, Godfrey, Mike Vecchione. It's going to be hosted by Joey Gay. Let's see. Rich
That
Voss.
time you did say gay.
You said gay.
That is his name.
Right.
Bonnie McFarlane, Big J. Okerson, Greer Barnes.
Greer Barnes. Let me tell you something about Greer. I can't follow that dude. Good luck.
Mike Pachetti, Robert Kelly, Todd Barry, all on the New York Comedy Club crawl to fight Parkinson's. That's Tuesday night, 3 stops. You can either pay for each stop or pay for all 3 and take the whole tour with them. And you go to lightofday.org for ticket information.
Do you know that you said Big Gay Okerson?
No, I didn't know I said that. I got gay on my mind today.
Well,
Good time to be gay.
It is. It's the 90s, and I mean...
It's a gay time.
It is. It's time to break out. A couple of years is going to be the millennium. And when that happens, all the computers are going to shut the lights off.
Y2K.
Yeah.
I was scared shitless.
Were you?
Y2 gay.
Yeah. Why so gay?
I was weird out. I know they had the big thing. If you're on the phone during
You get electrocuted.
you'll have like a giant phone bill. That was
What?
yeah. That's what they were saying. That was a thing.
On a cell phone or on a landline?
A landline. If you're on, because like,
let the landline take you down.
Was that a Queen's thing? Or was that everybody did
it was
that?
everyone.
No, it was
I was
some
really
shit that he
drunk
made up in his life.
I didn't make it up. It was real. It was
You're a
real fear.
goddamn infant, the way that you worry about things.
You were like 3 when it happened, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm 17.
He was a pissy and poopy 3.
I'm on a high school work release program.
It's so nice that they let you hear. Your hair looks great.
Thank you, I
Love
guess.
it. I like the shavenness.
You're attractive, man, Chris Stanley. Yeah.
I know
You
we
should
ran
be in
that
a
train
fucking
over.
boy band, like a boy band reunion.
Yeah. You're a 1 second of summer.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
You know, if you were in a boy band, your name would be Danny.
That's
You'd
weird.
be the fucking Danny of it.
I don't want to be
And like
Danny.
you'd never be up front,
Yeah.
but you'd seem like you're shy and you're in the back, but the girls would like you and they'd find you anyway.
That's cool.
And then
I guess.
later like that, they would say, do you want to have a solo career when this is done? And you'd be like, no, I'm thinking about being a veterinarian. And then that would be like any of the girls that liked animals would write to you.
Yeah.
And then you would write back to some of them, even though you were older, and they were like way early teens. And then finally you'd be caught for what you were up to, sending dick pics around the country.
You are such a pedophile. Oh,
seriously.
So gross. That's the only reason you have a boy band.
They find that your name never was Danny.
It was Richard.
Yeah, and you're 40.
This story's gone way bad.
Oh, I don't know.
But you're
I'd watch it if it was a
pretty.
movie.
I don't.
But yeah, it doesn't mean you're not adorable.
It's me. I'm going to prison.
You know what I'd like to see you start and do though, but it would really help you shower. Like shower and rub some shampoo through
Like
that
if
hair.
you put shampoo, he says Pantene, but I think he's saying
canteen.
Yeah, I can't.
Because he takes a canteen bath.
Right.
Just wipes his goddamn pits with it.
You put too much shampoo in your hair, it's bad for the hair. It dries it out.
So then what's wrong with your hair?
Shampoo is better. It goes on first.
That could be the best scene in the movie. What are you staring at, Swan?
Al and Merlin, you're on the Ron Fez show. Hey.
What's up?
Really? We're breaking in 5? What's up, Al?
Hey, did Chris Stanley just say he was in a work release program when he was 17?
I think you meant work study, Chris.
That's
work release is what they do with people from jail.
Why would they ever go back if it was work release?
Because they get out 3 months and they don't have to run from Johnny Law. You know, they finally fucking pay their debt to society.
Oh.
You know, unlike you, somebody would like to fucking sleep at night without hearing a creak and just looking around.
Did you hear that?
Is that it? Is I'm getting locked up again? They on to me?
You won't get me again. You won't get me again.
I tell you, every time there's like a cop car outside my apartment building, I'm freaked out. I'm like, I know they're coming for me. So something's fucking caught up.
Yeah, because you fucking you're living your life like ain't somebody saints, and you're just out of your mind. Everyone knows it's all coming down. You can feel it. Robert Kelly Unmasked is coming up next. And this is all because he's got his big special tonight at 12 o'clock. You can go to robertkellylive.com for the special. And that should be really, really exciting. First responders, it's at Robert Kelly, all coming up in just a couple of minutes. This was a really fun Unmasked. It's weird. We don't have any new Unmasked.
I know.
Yeah. This used to be my Unmasked think tank, but you're like, Janny, what does Janny want? And Fez is over there going like this. Where's Michelle to do all the work? And Chris is over there like this. Hey, it's Danny. Are your parents home?
Can I tell you about Rich Voss before we break?
Yeah, very quickly.
Because Rich came by the studio to meet. He said to say hi to Lynn Copeland.
Yeah.
And I came out and I was like, hey, we're on the air right now. And he's like, well, I just want to say hi to Lynn. And he goes, and I've never met Jenny. And I said, well, now might not be the best time we're kind of on the air. And he's like, all right. And so then he left and he went to the Opie Studios. And that's my story.
I love it, though. Anytime someone gets shot down, the rest of the guys always enjoy it.
I did not shoot him down. I said maybe he could come
not
do
by
the
you.
show.
I think by Jenny. I think he went there thinking for once he felt cool in his leather jacket. First responders, it's at Robert Kelly. Make sure that you're on this. This is Robert Kelly's time. Go over and read the piece up on the iBang. Robert Kelly, it's his time. Really, really great stuff on there. He was great on Unmasked. You know, when I get the opportunity, I want to go do his podcast too, Chris.
You know what, dude?
Yeah, I know. A lot of people ask me to do podcasts, and I haven't gotten around to it. That's going to be my... Is this 2016?
2015.
That's going to be my next year thing.
Okay.
I'm going to do a lot of podcasts next year. And hopefully at least one schmodcast. All right, so first of all, thank you so much for being here, Michelle.
Thanks for having me.
And Fez,
Happy New Year,
congratulations
guys.
for your big promo. It looks fantastic. And it was really cute and funny, too. We will be back here. Well, we'll say goodbye after the Unmasked. But for the first responders, make sure you go to at Robert Kelly, at Robert Kelly. We always throw in some cool prizes on that, too. Make sure you let Robert Kelly know that you enjoyed it. And next week, will we make an unmasked?
Yes, meeting.
We'll make an unmasked announcement next week.
Ooh.
Are you in, Fez?
I am in.
Unmasked announcement?
Yes, by the end of next week.
An A, B, or a C?
An A.
Whoa!
Damn.
Whoa! Make sure you stay tuned for this. He's a very funny man with a dark past, but a really just gold heart. Just a sweet, good guy. And it's great to see that he's worked through so much stuff. He's worked so hard on his career, and now good things are happening for him. When we come back, it's Unmasked with at Robert Kelly.
I didn't know I was going to have to follow the fucking groundlings. What the fuck was that? I don't even... Was that... I don't know. Was it improv? Was it did you work that out in an apartment somewhere?
You know, Robert, a lot of people don't understand science. And basically, that was just the power of hypnosis. But one more time, Robert Kelly. Let him hear it, guys. Well, let me say this.
Yeah.
This is a really good time to be you. There's a lot of good stuff happening.
So, I'm you know.
But you say you have shitty self-esteem. Yeah. You've got a TV special coming out, done exactly the way you wanted to do it, in the place you want to do it.
Yeah.
You got a TV show coming out. This is everything that you dreamed about.
Yeah.
How can it be bad?
Well, because I think it's a comic thing. I don't think I'm good enough. Do you know what I mean? Like even these people here, like in my brain, like they don't know me. They really know you. You know, when you said, hang on, let me just finish. I'm not saying that to you. No, fuck it. So 4 people go, no, we're here for you. And no, I'm not kidding. Like when you said my name, I got nervous. That's 3 people were going to be like, woo. And then you're going to have to go, come on.
No.
You know what I mean?
I will tell you, this place is packed. We're at the Stand in New York City.
Yeah.
And we could have done this show about 10, 12 times. Right. Because the people who come out to see you for this is your crowd. And you say it's a comics thing, but you know, I've met happy comics, right? There's some people that
really,
yeah.
I mean, look, I'm happy in my life, which I think it's the first time I've ever been happy as a human being.
Right.
But I'm still not happy as a comedian.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I got a kid, I got a wife, I got a ranch, I got a driveway, I got all that fucking weird shit that I never thought I wanted. I always avoided because I thought it would make me less funny. If you fell in love, you take away the edge. If you get a kid, your fucking life is ruined. If you move to the suburbs and get a driveway, you're just gonna stay home and be a douche and watch fucking, you know, the Housewives or something. It's the exact opposite. As soon as I became happy in my life and I started doing, all of a sudden my creativity started opening up, and I was like, oh shit, I don't give a fuck about anybody anymore except 2 people.
Right.
Oh, you know, and it's like, fuck it, I'll say whatever I want.
And now you actually have somebody to go to work for, right? Those 2 people is a lot different than being that single comic on the road who doesn't care.
Yeah, that, you know what? I mean, yeah, absolutely. I have a kid. That hasn't really kicked in yet, where I look at a kid and go, I have to work harder. I took a nap today. Like right when he woke up from his nap. When I probably should have been like, maybe I'll help my wife. I was like, I'm tired too. I gotta, you know, I have to talk for a couple hours tonight. You know what I have to sit and talk. I'm just, you know, stressed.
Right.
So I'm still like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, look, absolutely. But it's more the fucking anxiety that that people have created. Like, I think the curve now is so different for comics. You know, with fucking Louis and Burr putting out a new special every 6 weeks, and it's not even it's like fucking way amazing than the last one. And now you're like, oh, I fucking suck. There's a constant state of I suck or I'm gonna suck. So it's like keep working.
But here's the thing: those two funny guys who are tremendous and are doing great work think that you're hilarious. And I mean, just imagine when you went back and started doing stand-up, if the guys who were at the top of the game would turn around and say that this guy's next, this guy's hysterical. I mean, the place that you're in, you got to feel good about it.
I do feel good, man. It's a hard thing though to accept. Like, especially in this business, because you get so close. Literally, one person says yes, your dreams come fucking true. So it's like you go to one audition and one motherfucker goes, yeah, him. Your whole fucking life could change. You know, it's like this special. You know, people say what you want to do is you want to own your special. You want to own your hour. You want to own your material. But as a comic, most comics, we can't own our material because you need the money to fucking pay for it, to own it, to sell it. So you don't have that. So you have to have somebody with a lot of money go, we'll pay for it, we own it, and fucking we'll just expose you. That's the kind of trade-off. You know what I mean? So it's to finally be in a position where, like, you know, you take that risk and it works out, and all of a sudden there's success behind that. It's fucked up. It's a fucking weird feeling because you kind of want to be humble, but you kind of want to stand up and be like, fuck yeah, I fucking, I'm the shit, kind of.
Well, I will tell you where you own that special. Yeah. From the moment you come out on stage until you leave. Yeah. I mean, you're throwing fucking haymakers. I was laughing because in the first 10 minutes of this, I think you did 50 minutes of material. You were just... And I'm like, go, man, go. It was like, I felt like that thumb breaker for Rocky when he was just like, yeah, go for it, Rock. You know, because you had that moment where you're like, I know what I'm doing with this material. Yeah. I know what I'm doing with this crowd. Yeah.
Well, it was comfortable. You know, the big thing for me over the last 3 years, I wanted to do a special in a club. I'm not a fucking theater comic. I don't play theaters. I've done big theaters. I've done 3,000 seaters. I've done 18,000 people. I've done the O&A virus, which was fucking huge. But I'm a fucking club guy. I'm every weekend I'm at some fucking club making a bunch of cocksuckers laugh.
That's beautiful, Bobby. I'm getting a little teared up this time.
But, like, I'm battling it out in these, like, this is some intimate shit right here. Right. This is what comedy is. It's like I can see when I say something and his face, he doesn't like it. You know what I mean? As soon as you walk out in front of a crowd, I look at his head and I just want to make fun of you. Not in a bad way, just be like, I like Record's face that you have. You know what I mean? You just want to start saying shit. Right. That was like Patrice's, the difference between Patrice's special and the difference between his CD. One was at a club and one was at a theater. And the laughs are different. Even in here, I can hear individual laughs. You can hear when you say something that makes somebody laugh a little. You can't do that in a theater. It's this rolling, and you can't say anything to the guy in the front row because he's 5 feet down and 10 feet away. But if you listen to his CD, the fucking guy in the front row, he goes, "What's your name?" And he goes, "Tulu." He went, "What?" That's one of the funniest bits I've ever heard, and it would have never happened at a theater because everybody else would have never heard the guy go Tulu. You would have been like, "What the fuck did that cocksucker say?" And I think that's comedy to me. So when we did this in the small venue, it took so much to, nobody wanted us to do it, man. Nobody wanted us to fucking do that. So now to be able to film it in this small fucking, the way I wanted to do it, the way I think comedy exists, where comedy lives most of the time, is this shit. This little intimate 200 or less venue. You know what I mean? There was fucking the club owner just clapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we need. Fuck Caroline's. 80 seats in a basement. You fucking feel the front door open every fucking 5 seconds.
But I agree with you. I know that this was shot at the Underground.
Yeah.
Bobcat, who I think is an amazing director, shot it. But when you watch this, it kind of looks like 1963, The Village. It looks like, right after you, David Steinberg or Woody Allen is going to walk out.
Yeah,
and that's comedy. You know?
Jim Serpico and Bobcat. The one. Look, here's the thing. We were ready to do this 2 years ago. I did an hour and 40 each show. I did 2 shows, hour and 40, hour and 50 each show, because I was supposed to do this special 2 years ago, and we got down, we picked the blah blah blah, and then at the last minute they were like, "Fuck you, we need you to do it in a big theater," and I said no. I'm out. And I walked away, which sucked, because now I'm not doing my special. So now cut to a year later or whatever, I have almost 2 specials. So you talk about that pace. It's like, part of that's just being a Boston comic. That's what you do, because you're usually performing in some Chinese restaurant, and you're like, fucking cocksucker, fucking fucking boo, wow, good night, take it easy. Lenny Clark. And then he comes up, fucking cocksucker, and then Bill Burr, fuck you. That's just the way it was. But some of it was, I had so much shit that I wanted to fucking get through, and Bob, and the big part of it was like, we wanted to capture the way comedy used to be back in the day. When you see Lenny Bruce or Richard Pryor's first, have you ever see that one where he's at the Improv over on 43rd Street, and it's just a brick wall, a fucking light shooting through, some smoke, and that's it. Like, you could tell a joke and see the fucking people laughing at the same time.
Yeah.
It wasn't a cut shot to a laugh that they did before. It was, you could see me, how funny I was. Like, I'm this funny. Like, I'm telling the joke and you're seeing the people laugh as I do it. You can't do that in the theater. And we wanted it to be this cinematic vibe, like it's almost like a movie, instead of, I feel like specials became unspecial. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this fucking long, it's like a 4-minute monologue TV set. It's just this perfect, beautiful, oh my God, pan shot of the crowd's head, and then this magical, like, wow. Comedy's fucking not like that. It's some waitress walking by, some fucking dude's knee on the stage, and you know what I mean? You tell a joke, fucking everybody laughs except for that twat, and you're like, ugh, why isn't she liking me?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I have to do to get everybody to like me? And then you go, what's wrong with you? No, I like you. This is the way I laugh, And then you're like, oh, I'm sorry. That, to me, that was comedy. So that's why they actually did it, and that was great, because I wanted that, and then they're so good, I just let them do it, and they did it, which was awesome. Bobcat's fucking amazing. Jim Serpico's fucking insane. So, and the crew they put together was awesome too. And the Village Underground, man, Noam gave us that place. He let us do that special there. That Village Underground, the West Village is fucking so historic for comedy.
Sure.
It's ridiculous. And that's venue, it's like, you ever see a special and it's like, I know I'm rambling, so someone can clap in the background to shut me the fuck up. But
all right, stop it. That's not it.
That was Jim Serpico. But I think the actual venue itself should be a personality.
Sure.
In the special. You ever see, like, from the Purple Onion, fucking Zaka? It's like the venue is part of the special. Most of the specials you see, you don't even know where they're fucking shot. It's like, it doesn't matter. I love the fact that the Village Underground is part of why this special's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly true.
Yeah.
And also something that you brought up earlier is Boston.
Yeah.
And something amazingly cool happened in Boston, where it keeps happening over and over. So many great guys came out of there.
Yeah.
What is it about Boston? And what is it about the guys that you came up with?
I don't know, man. It was like, I think We were talking about, I forget who we were talking about this with, but it's like that, I think it was on my podcast, it's like, you know, I don't know if, it's like weird, like, now that we've won so many fucking championships, and Boston is so nice, I don't think we're going to produce any more fucking good comics. I think part of the fucking we were just miserable people. Just like we never win, we always second place, it's fucking cold, we're racist, it's segregated, it's like fuck you, this and that, and you get beat up by the cop. It was like, what the fuck place to live, but we were nice people.
Yeah. Who were the guys that you came up with? Who's your class?
My class was Patrice, Burr, Dane, yeah, I know, right? Bob Marley. No, he's actually a comedian, you assholes. I swear to God, he's one of Bob Marley. He fucking. I respect this guy so much. He was in L.A., got all the fucking deals back in the late 90s, early 2000s, where, you know, they would just say, oh, you're fucking funny. Here's $250,000 holding you so nobody else will get you for a year. And then you just sit for a year because you got all this money, and then you just get another one the next year. And you just keep doing that. And he was the only one that, like, just every time he did that, he bought a house and bought a house and bought a house. And then he went, fuck L.A., fuck this business. I sold all his houses, bought a big house in Maine where he's from, and he's the king of Maine. I'm not even kidding. He owns like a massive house. He has a fucking RV, like a bus, and he just rolls up to a gig with all his friends and family, does a gig, gets thousands of dollars, and just fucking goes makes furniture in the fucking the woods of Maine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just doing comedy, but he's hilarious. He's one of the funniest guys ever.
Well, here's the thing about, and you brought up that class, and you go over those guys.
Yeah, I'm the least funny out of all of them.
Which, look, even if you were the least, you're in that fucking gang. You know what I mean? It's like someone saying, oh, you have the worst percentage on the 1927 Yankees. You know what I mean? It's a fucking good thing.
Yeah, but it is a good thing, but you're still that guy with a ring, and people are like, why do you have that ring? Look. Oh, I was on the team. Oh, no shit. Oh, yeah, you. I remember you. I remember when he got hurt, you came. Yeah. You came in.
Well, here's what's always amazing. I remember when you could turn on a TV and you could tell if somebody was an L.A. comic or a New York comic. But if you look at that class that you're talking about, Patrice, Burr, Dane, you, Bob Marley, and you look at...
He's fucking funny, dude.
I know. I'm proud of him.
He would have been great in that beginning bit, too. Improvs.
See, here's the thing. None of you guys remind me of each other, and I think of that as a Boston thing. I think the uniqueness of the comics.
You know, it's weird that I don't want to trash. I think comedy now is fucking awesome. I think the young guys coming up are fucking great. I have a lot of them on my show. I don't want to trash joke writing or joke tellers or whatever, but I think when we came up, we were all similar, but we were all very, very different. Even when we came to New York, I mean, we came to New York, all of us, kind of around the same couple years, and then it's Norton, it's Voss, you know what I mean, Keith Robinson. We're all the same, but we were so fucking different. And I don't know what that is, but it seems like... I don't know, it seems like comedy kind of changes once in a while. I don't know if it's a Boston thing. I think it was that time of comedy that you just had to be you more so than you had to be a great joke writer. You just had to go up, be funny as you, and that was the kind of emphasis of our group. Is but
you had to be original.
Yeah, you had to be original, but if you're you can't be not original because there's only fucking one of you. You know what I mean? That was like the emphasis. Like, be you. Stop being. Don't try to. If I tried to be him, it'd be like, dude, you're trying to be me. What are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it is a weird. Like, I don't see that too much anymore. You kind of.
Well, none of you sold yourself as TV friendly. I mean, I guess Dane, because he looks like a movie star, so that kind of worked for him.
Yeah.
But you never saw, and right now, Patrice O'Neal is a legend.
Yeah.
But he wasn't always, and he stayed and I'll use his term, righteous. You know what I mean? That was what he wanted to do.
Yeah, it was weird with him. It was like just before he passed away, he was just about to, he was himself until the business said, fuck it. We're not going to change him. So fuck it. Like he was, they try to change you, I think. They try to make you be nicer or more cordial or kind of more show busy, I think, where, hey, you cater to us and we'll give you something. He was like, fuck that. I remember one time he was, we both entered this Showtime contest or some shit. You get a half hour on Showtime. And I remember I was in it and we got passed to the second round. And I was like, yay. And then I remember I didn't get passed to the next round, but he did, and he was staying at my house. Which fucking sucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember he was like, yo, give me a ride to the club. And I was like, all right. Like, I had to drive him to where the third round was. And then I remember he passed that and got it, and he called me. He goes, yo, come pick me up. And I was like, fuck you. No. Yeah. And I remember telling him, I'm not your fucking limo driver. And I was like, he was like, yeah, you're not a limo, you're my friend, you fucking idiot. Get the fuck down here. And I was like, you're right. I'm your all right. So I remember I picked him up and he got the thing and he kind of changed my perspective. It's like, okay, we are friends. Fuck this shit. He came back to my house and I remember, they were filming it and they were going through it and he snapped on the people because of the sound. The sound wasn't right. It was right for recording for them, but it wasn't right for comedians. You understand? Like, I need to hear the speakers coming back is my tempo. So if I hear me, I know when to go, how loud to go. It's a weird fucking crazy science that we instinctually create over years of doing this, that we know how loud to be, when to fucking stop, and it's all us hearing ourselves through the monitors. And he couldn't hear himself, and the first show sucked. He screamed and yelled and they were mad, and I remember he came back, he was fucking almost in tears, like, what the fuck, man? If I just shut the fuck up, then I'm gonna look like an asshole and I'm gonna be a piece of shit. But if I don't, I'm gonna fucking lose this. Everybody was telling him to shut the fuck up and just, stop being you. Stop. Just take this hit. And he never would. He was like, he said, I'd rather them be uncomfortable than me. And I was like, that's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I would so be uncomfortable. I don't even have to, you don't have to have the mic on. Just fucking use somebody else's voice.
You always have just the opposite of a moment of clarity.
Yeah, like I was like, what the fuck? But when he said that to me, it really did take me a couple years before I learned this motherfucker is different. This guy is taking a chance on himself. And I was like, fuck, shit, I get it. I get it now. It doesn't matter. He was going to let his comedy do the talking. Live or die by his jokes. And I was like, wow, that's fucking crazy.
But here's the thing, Bobby. Every time that I would see Patrice O'Neill in any different special, I would always think to myself, who drove him? Who got him there and then picked him back up?
Yeah, at the beginning. It was so funny, too. He was the worst driver when he finally got a fucking car, he's such an asshole, too. The first car was like a big red Cadillac. Just fucking... And he was the worst driver in the world. I remember he went through a red light, and I screamed at him, "You're going through a fucking red light." He stopped and backed up. I'm like, that's not what that's worse. And he was so calm. He'd be like, whatever, Bobby. And it's so funny. He's so many fucking funny times with that cocksucker, and I think that's what made us funny too. Look at those O&A virus shows, right? Mm-hmm. I remember we all when we had to do those shows, we would fucking call each other weeks before, panicking that we had to go out in front of these motherfuckers. Like, fuck. It's outdoors. It's like fucking, they're drinking all day. Like, someone's dying. Who's it going to be? I remember Voss would call me, what are you going to do? Think I could do the same thing? It's like, I don't fucking give a fuck about you. I'm scared. And I had they would put you up, like I'd have to go up after Patrice, or, it's like, fuck you. I've always been, and I still am, one of those fucking guys. Because being funny all the time is not that great of a thing. You know what I mean? Because you get put, fuck it, throw him at the end. Put him at the beginning. Throw him up after him. Where people don't want to go, that's where usually I'll fucking go. And I remember those shows, I'd go up and Voss would go up first, and then Patrice, and then Burr would go up fucking 4 hours into wherever the fuck they put Burr. And, Norton would close. It was nuts. But it made us stronger. Because then you come back to this, one of these places, like, I don't give a fuck. Eddie Murphy, put him up. I don't follow that fucking cocksucker in drag sucking a fucking dick. I don't care. Those are our fucking college years, right? When we were really going for our masters. When we were like, fuck. Now you can just go anywhere. I still get the anxiety, but in reality, it doesn't fucking matter. You're funny. Once you're funny and you know how you're funny, it doesn't matter. So
you never feel worried about losing it, that it'll be gone. It's always going to be there for you.
I always do. Yeah. But it doesn't matter.
Because that's the thing. Like, a guitar player doesn't think to himself, I wonder if I can play the guitar tomorrow. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there's nothing about being funny that assures you that it's going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah, but shit, if I got anything from being a comic in New York, that's the one thing. It doesn't matter. Bombing, nobody gives a fuck. Except for that audience that night that didn't know you. You know what I mean? They're the ones, that guy stinks. Who gives a fuck? Your fans are the ones that know you and your comic friends. So if you go out and take a hot one somewhere, it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, Bobby. Yeah. You're dragging me down with you. I want us to do well.
There she goes. Literally, it's got at every show. There's a broad, some confident broad, who just gets up and pisses in them. You couldn't have done it, really. Just and she's gorgeous too. You couldn't have like a fucking missing tooth and just be an asshole. Just some smoking hot fucking chick who has to bow pissed. I don't care. I'll walk on the stage. Yeah, fucking took me fucking 25 years to be sitting up here. You just walk across because you have a fucking vag that's full. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The weird thing is, there's actually an ugly girl who just quietly pissed herself.
As she should.
But see, this is the beauty about you. Yeah. You said it took you 25 years to get here. Yeah. Now you got a special to be proud of. You got this TV show coming out. Yeah. This really does feel like your time,
Yeah, look, man, I thought I was, honest to God, around 15, 16 years ago, I went to L.A. for the first pilot season ever. I did a showcase in L.A., got an agent, and I booked a fucking show right out of the gate. And I remember I thought I was going to be, I honest to God, was walking around with my hat down through a mall while we were shooting the pilot. The show hadn't even been picked up, and I thought maybe people would recognize me. That's what a fucking delusional, just fucking hunk of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be loved. But I want to hide from that love. You know what I mean? I just want it, but I want to hide from it, and I want to make you pull it away. Like, yeah, oh yeah, you Robert Kelly? Yeah, hey, oh yeah, sorry, I just trying to get some sneakers. No, I take a photo. And everybody on the crew, I remember everybody on the crew was like, this is the best thing we've ever done. This is going, and I was fucking, I was it. I was going to go from this, and this would be 7 years, and then I'd fucking go to another thing, and then maybe make a movie. And I had hair. I was so good looking at that time. Like, I fucking had abs. And I remember it didn't go. And it didn't happen, and I was in LA for 2 more years, and I was just I remember, Patrice came, that's when Patrice came and stayed at my house, and it was like around almost 2 years later, and I didn't get that fucking thing. And I remember he was like, Bobby, we barbecued, and he goes, Bobby, you need to leave LA. You need to get the fuck out of here. And I was like, for what? What are you fucking talking about? He's like, you need to move the fuck back to New York City. I'm like, why? He goes, this is the best barbecue chicken I've ever had. He goes, you're a fucking chef. You're not a comic. You're a cook, motherfucker. And I was like, I'm not even kidding. 2 months later, I moved back to New York. I told who's my wife now, who we were living together at the time. We were like that girlfriend, roommate, weird part of the relate. What are you laughing? Because you've been there. You know that weird part. Look at, man, when you're with a girl and it's like, I like you a lot. And she's like, that was where we were at. And I was like, I'm going back. So if you want to come, you can come. And thank God she did. She was like, let's go. We moved back to New York in 2 months. And that's when I saw Norton, and I was like, what the fuck? I remember you when I left. You were funny, but he was like some other level funny. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I remember I came back, and everybody at the Cellar was fucking really good. And then you got to go on stage with them, and you're like, I'm still doing the same shit. And it was like going back to school. It was like, fuck, I had to go back in. I had to learn how to bomb. That was the worst. To learn how to go up, tell a joke, not get laughs, and then see a guy go right up after you and just kill was like the worst thing in the world. It's fucking terrible. But, learning how to do that, or, I'd see Norton bomb all the time. He'd just go up and bomb. He'd be like, fuck it. You walk off, fucking cocksuckers, fucking liberal fucking queers. You know what I mean? And then in 3 weeks, fucking all that material's killing. Right. He just fucking made it work. And all of a sudden, he found out now it works whenever he wants it to work. It's like crazy, so. Yeah, I don't think that there's any other kind of art form that you've got to work it out in front of the audience. Yeah. Like a painter. We don't know how shitty the paintings were leading up to the one. You know what I mean? Like, they finally go, here's the painting. We're like, how do you do that? Yeah. But with a comedian, if you follow them around, you will see how they do that. Yeah. And normally you think, I wouldn't pay that price. Yeah. I would not put myself through that. Yeah. But I think comedy fans now, because of, the internet and technology, they're fucking better schooled than they used to be. Back in the day, there was one comedy show on TV, maybe once. It was really like, wow, this live comedy on TV. Now it's everywhere. Everybody knows how comedy works a little better, so they kind of get it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, that fucking, all right. You know what I mean? You were working some shit out. I even heard people say, I saw him, but he's probably working shit out because he sucked. You know what I mean? Even though he was just doing they don't know he was doing his best shit. Certain comics are like, no, that's it. That's what he's got. That's it. That's as good as it gets. Yeah, it's, ta-da! You just, hope you liked it, everybody. But comedy's changed so much, too, now. It's like, I'm not a good writer. Mm-hmm. I'm not, man. I'm not a smart guy.
No.
But I always thought that because I'm not, the comics are very opinionated. Like Patrice or certain people, you bring up a topic, this is it. This is what they were doing. This is why they were doing it. And fuck that. And that's their opinion. And you fucking can't change it. I've always been like, I'll listen to, you say something, I'll be like, yeah, Ronnie's right. And then Fez will come over and go, no, he said something. And I'll be like, fucking Fez is right. Fuck Ronnie. I don't know if that's from not having a dad.
Right.
Or, like having that man figure telling me this is how life is.
Can I just don't know where you were when I worked in a carnival. I would have loved to seen you coming down the Midway.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. Oh, you would have, dude. I fucking almost had my wife blow a guy for a guitar in Atlanta on the pier, Jersey Pier. I went back 900 times. I spent like $4,000 on a fucking green guitar one day because I'm just like, I can do this. The guy was trying to teach me how to throw a dart. He was like, dude, what you want to do? It's
hey, when you get home, tell her tonight I do have a spare guitar. Yeah. So... let me tell you something else. Let me tell you another reason why I'm feeling so good for you, too. Louis did his TV show, and I remember Louis did this show right after his HBO show got canceled, right?
Yeah.
And he basically sat here and said, no, I'm going to do something else. Like, his confidence level after getting the show canceled was amazing to me.
Yeah.
And then he went out and did this groundbreaking show, and he's putting a lot of his friends on the show, and it's been great for him, obviously, and for everybody else. But when I saw you on that show, I turned around to my check and I went, Bobby's a fucking real actor. You know what I mean? Yeah. You are great.
Thanks, buddy.
On that show, there's some guys that you see them like they're trying to play themselves. Yeah. I lost the fact that I even knew you.
Yeah. No, to be honest, like, I'm really not, like I said, like, in comedy, I feel like I'm starting to become good now. I really do. I know I'm funny, and I can come up here and fucking make you guys laugh. I can do it, but there's something else. Like, if you talk about a Louis or a Quinn, you know what I mean? When you start talking about those guys, they're at some level that I'm personally haven't attained yet, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get there. And, like I said, I'm not the smartest guy. I don't know how to write, oh my God, jokes that other comics like, hey man, that's fucking fantastic. I'm just funny. So it's like, it was hard. It's hard. I'm still learning how to, I'm fucking trying so hard to get there. And I feel like I have hints of it now.
Yeah. Where
I can, this special, I kind of, I'm talking about me and what I'm doing. But my acting, I always kind of felt confident. I feel comfortable doing that shit for some reason. And when Louis put me in that, I was like, the simplest fucking smallest scene, I was like, this is so fucking awesome. It's like you're sitting across from him and you start doing it, and sometimes it's like, I don't even know what the fuck this means. Like, what is this about? And then you do it, and he does it to a point where you do it over and over and over and over, and then when he gets it, he's like, all right, we're done. And you're like, are you sure?
Yeah.
And then you see it, and you're like, yeah, we were done. He's so great to work with, man.
You've done said there was a thing where it was just you guys standing there, and some pretty girls were walking by, and you just had that look on your face.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it was the funniest shit in the world.
Yeah.
And I'm wiping tears out of my eyes. And then the fucking bang bang when you, when you just decided. That was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's funny too because he just had all the food brought out, and he made it so 2 cameras, and he said, just film this. and we ate. There was one fucking take, and I remember I grabbed the bread and used it as a napkin. You know? But I was so fucking hungry. I starved I didn't eat the night before. I didn't eat breakfast because I knew what we were about to do. And we fucking just chowed that Indian food. And then we had to go directly to the diner. And I remember he chose a hamburger and fries, and I had chicken cutlet with spaghetti. And at one point, the guy came over to me and went, "Dude, slow down. I only have 2 cutlets left." Dude, and in my head I'm like, the prop guy was fucking bullshit. I went through fucking 3 cutlets, and there was 2 left, and it was like, fuck you, you fat pal. And I'm not running to get more cutlets. So yeah, that was fun, man. I mean, that's just crazy shit to be able to, eat for a living. You know what I mean? And the greatest part is that there's so many fucking, a lot of my special is about being a fat guy. Well, it's not really being fat. It's really about having a weight problem. Like, being addicted to food is a terrible addiction. It's a terrible thing to have because, it's always there. I mean, I remember I started going to the gym again. I stopped eating bullshit for like the last 10 days. And I went to the gym and I felt great. And I'm sitting there with a veggie juice, this green, oh my God, juice. And I'm like, yes. And then I looked and I was resting it on my stomach. And I was like, fuck. I can never win with it. You know what I mean? It's like so to be able to do that scene with him and have all these people, these fat motherfuckers go, oh, thank God this was on TV. Right. You know what I mean? And that girl that gave the speech was fucking crazy.
At the end of that episode, I think it was, you guys were looking at something on a laptop and laughing your asses off.
Yeah.
What were you guys looking at?
I'll never tell you.
You never tell.
What do you think it was? What do you think it was?
I think you guys were looking back at that scene and laughing at some of the shit you were doing.
No.
All right, then my next thing. Yeah. You found some shot where a monkey was blowing a dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you Well, that's funny too. Like, that day we were supposed to shoot this scene, and at the last minute, he's so fucking good, man. He goes, fuck that, I don't want to do it. And then he pulls this necklace off his neck. He has it looks like a key, but it's a USB thumb drive around his neck, which is kind of fucking weird. You know what I mean? It was like and then he goes, I want to do this, and he prints this thing out, and I read it, and it's like, I have to get down naked to a towel. I'm not that, it's...
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody's with you.
And surprisingly, Fez has a good body.
Yeah. You know what did it for him?
What?
4 heart attacks. Starts to take off the weight.
Everybody's road is different, man.
Yeah.
Well, good. But
You bring up addiction, and it's something that you've dealt with for a long time in different places.
I deal with it every day.
Yeah.
Since I was, it's weird having a kid now. I so pray that it's not it's not genetics. I hope it's not. I hope it's not in you. I hope it's just something that you do or is taught, because I've been dealing with it since I can remember. I remember being this fucking great little kid that just had fun and goofed around, and then I remember everything changed, and then all of a sudden I started looking towards people, places, and things to feel better, and I remember when that happened. And then it was alcohol, it was cigarettes, it was drugs, and then it became sex, and then it became food later in life. I mean, I think that's the progression, because as you get a girl, as you grow up and you have a career, you can't really fucking do blow off a hooker's asshole, but you can definitely eat 3 pizzas and fucking French fries and stay up all night. It's just an easier addiction to have, and it sucks too, because now with social media. I mean, a guy called me a fucking fat tub of shit tonight on Twitter. And it's like, okay, yeah. I mean, you got a valid point, I guess, but it still hurts. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's, it's. I've been dealing with that shit my whole life. I don't know how to get around it. I do know. You go to meetings.
Right.
You talk to other people. And you pray, you get spiritual. I know how to do it, but it's hard to fucking do. It's really, it's very hard to not have some form of addiction, because it's, every fucking life blows, man, a lot. And to feel, I was in foster homes, I was in fucking juvie halls, I was in, I spent a lot of time when I should have been having fun, having friends, and fucking Christmases and fucking birthday parties, and being taught how to fucking what you're to use in a sentence and fucking, what's good and what's bad. I was fucking in somebody else's house or some place just surviving. You know what I mean? So that's how I learned to survive, is using those fucking things, and it sucks. It just sucks to have that. To this day, I'm a fat fuck. I'm 44, and this is my sixth fat. I've been, I have that. I have a joke in my act about it, but this is my sixth time being fat in my life, and I have to go down and get skinny again, which sucks. Just sucks,
But here's something else about what you're doing through fighting through all that, and to me, it's the hero's journey, because anybody could live an easy life, but here you were in that place that you're at, and you've not only worked your way through that and have a career, and can sit there with your wife and know how to love her, and have your baby with and know how to love her, but in this special, be able to look out at people and say, look, there are good things. And I mean, you do so much ball busting in this thing, and then you talk about beauty in between these. There's some places with you where I see you say horrible things with a beautiful heart. And it's an amazing thing, and that point where you're going now, where you're starting to share and teach, and not just to make people laugh. That's the spot that we're talking about, and that's why I think this is your time.
I think you're right, I know that does make sense. I mean, I think the only thing I do have is I can be as vulnerable and as honest. I don't have a problem being as vulnerable and as honest as I can in front of a crowd. I don't give a shit. I've revealed everything on stage. That's the only thing I really know how to do well, is that I can just, this happened to me, and try to do it in a funny way. And there's nothing better than me than some dude going, dude, I love that. I love when people say shit that you think in the deepest part of your brain that you're scared. When somebody actually announces that, and you can go, fuck, I'm not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I love that shit.
Well, let me ask you this, because I'm not 100% sure myself. Doing that, is that addiction or is that recovery? Which one do you think that is? Being able to sit there and say those things. Because
I think it's absolutely recovery. Because recovery, I mean, what is recovery? It's me and you and me talking about, honestly, a fourth step. Being as honest as you can without injuring other people. You know what I mean? I mean, so me going on stage and talking about, my wife giving birth and poop came out. It's like, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't. I should not say my wife pooped. That's fucking rude. It's disgusting. It's just fucking uncalled for. But when I do it, people laugh because either you know that happens, or it's happened to you, and you're like, "Oh, my wife shit too. That was fucked up."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or the next time it happens to some other guy, he can go, "This happens."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He can go, "I shouldn't run out of the room. I should stay here and support my wife and child. Instead of freaking the fuck out."
Or you can freak the fuck out and go, "There's poo." It's okay. You know what I mean? So I definitely think it's recovery. Absolutely. Being honest is. I remember when my last rehab, It was this place called the Road Back, and it was a year-long program. I was 15, going on 16 when I entered. I was coming out of juvie hall, and I had a choice to go to this place or this other place for 6 months with chicks, and I knew if there was chicks, I was going to, fuck around with one of them and I'd be kicked out. So this was all boys, and I went there, and I remember the guy who ran it, Tom Tompkins, he was a fucking lunatic. I remember the first day there, I'm sitting there, and there's this big meeting, and this one kid was like, fuck this place, and I want the fuck out of here. You guys are this kid's flipping out. And the staff are like, calm down, can try to talk about that rehab shit,
Yeah.
right? This guy walks down, I think he was like 70. Fucking gray hair, thick glasses, fucking smoking like one of those thin fucking Virginia Slim cigarettes, like a Misty. Remember those Misty cigarettes? Like the gayest cigarette I've ever seen. And he's just got it in his hand, and he's just comes down, and he's like, who the fuck is, and he's like, you want to fucking leave? Get the fuck out, you fucking pussy, you fucking cocksucker. And the staff member was like, Tom, maybe you should. He goes, fuck you, you're fired. Beat it. Fired. He goes, listen, this is life or death, you little fucking queer. You know what I mean? He was like, people are trying to fucking live here. You don't want to fucking live, get the fuck out. And he goes, you want to live? And the guy was like, yeah. His kid started crying. He was like, yeah. He's like, then shut the fuck up and sit there and let us help you. And then he goes, all right, you, new guy, up in my fucking office. And I was like, oh, fuck me. And I go up there, and he goes, he's the sweetest. He goes, what's the deepest, darkest secret you have? I'm like, what? And he's like, what the fuck do you have in the back of your brain that you did that fucking haunts you, and you've never told anybody? And I was like, I told him, I go, I don't know why I told him, I go, I did a circle jerk once. I feel fucked up about it. And he was like, really? And he goes, send Tommy, Joey, and Matt upstairs. And these 3 other kids come up. He goes, did you ever jerk off one of your friends? Yeah. You ever jerk off one? Yeah. Did you ever? Yeah. He goes, fuck, everybody does that. And I was like, really? I was like, fucking no way. And it was that honesty that healed me from that fucking thing that made me feel different all the time. I finally felt like, oh, I can just be, I'm okay.
Right.
I'm all right.
Well, can you explain to people what that thing that felt different when you were younger? What was it about? What were you feeling that didn't make it okay?
You're not going to make me cry.
No.
I've already gotten the tweets. It's not going to happen. And I'm an emotional motherfucker, dude. I cry at my kid all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking...
nobody cares about that, but I'm serious
I know.
From that fucking point of view. I don't,
What do you... All right, ask the question.
I mean, I'm constantly curious about this and others and myself.
Right.
What happens that you just feel like there's that emptiness that you gotta fill somewhere? What was that emptiness?
Okay, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's that. You could do a show, and then this, you kill it, you murder, and people are shaking your hands and giving you hugs, and man, I'm calling you by name, Bobby, I love you, and and all of a sudden you're alone in a parking lot by yourself. And it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's over. It's like the excitement. I've always said, I'm trying now in my 40s to learn how to be okay with happiness. Happiness is very boring. Happiness is kind of shitty. You know what I mean? Excitement is the difference between, I'm hanging out, I'm depressed, I'm sad, some hot chick comes up, hey, I love you comedy, here's my number, call me, fucking yeah, and I'm excited, and it's fucking, my whole night's changed. I'll go hang out, we'll fucking all night, I'll have a good time, and the next day, I call the number, and it's a wrong number, and I'm right back worse than where I was yesterday. Now I'm fucked. Happiness is... my sister called me up and go, hey, I love you, man. I love you, Bobby. Miss you. And I love you, too. Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. It's like this, I'm happy. That's nice. It's not up and down. It's fucking constant. And it's hard to live there because, especially as a comic, I want to be either up or way the fuck down, because sometimes that's where the funny is. And that happiness is, kind of just whatever, boring. But I'm trying to live there more. Like with my kid, today I'm sitting there, we're I gotta go. I'm fucking all nervous about tonight. I'm all fucked up. And maybe I should go early. What should I do? And I'm sitting there with my kid, and he's just playing. He's just fucking happy. He's just fucking rolling around, and my wife's playing with him. And I'm like, I'm gonna go, and and then I was like, fuck it, stop it. Just fucking sit down on the floor for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever the fuck it is, and just be with these fucking people that give a shit. You're not gonna get a fucking raging hard on. You're not gonna jizz all over the place. You know what I mean?
Let's hope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not gonna be like wow. It's gonna be it's fun. It's whatever. But it's not gonna be this oh my god memorable. It's just you playing with your kid for a few minutes and giggling and laughing, and it's hard to live in those little okay moments, those happiness moments. I mean, it's scary to live there, because what if you just become happy? What if you know what I mean? Like, fuck, the terrible places I've been kind of fucking made me. I think make us all those fucking shit places. But I always forget that sometimes you don't have to kind of worry about that. Life will bring you there on its own. Right. I don't have to create it. I don't have to go to a fucking, go to Craigslist or Backpage and look for some fucking hooker and, fucking you go in and maybe get AIDS and maybe get arrested or maybe ruin a marriage or whatever. I don't have to do that. Life will fucking suck on its own, and I'll be able to deal with it. But that fucking weirdness of it is exhilarating, man.
You could just try to be content and just wait for tragedy to drop an awful thing, and then you can start writing about it.
Well, it's weird. It's like like now I'm starting to write about me and my wife. Like, I have to start sex over again. Like, basically, it's like we had a baby. I saw some crazy shit go down. I saw what a vagina was for.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And it's like,
no one's fucking ever says that.
Yeah.
But you were exactly, that's the mind blower, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, basically, it's like, going down on a girl is, I'm thinking about it now, it's like so ridiculous. After you saw what a vagina is for, it's like, I'm just cleaning a vagina. I'm just like a little fish on the bigger fish.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like a weird thing. I fucking saw a human.
Yeah.
I grew something with jizz in a woman's vagina, and I've never grown a tomato plant, but I put jizz where it's supposed to be, and all of a sudden I have this beautiful little fucking kid.
If you don't write a book where the first line is, I grew something with jizz in a vagina, I think that's insane. But you're so right, because you can never see,
all these. Somebody has that Twitter name right now.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can never see a human travel through there and ever wonder if your dick's big enough again, because
it's fucking ridiculous to watch. I didn't watch it all because I would have thrown up. I would have. But when you all of a sudden you see that and you're like, wow, and then all of a sudden, like, you know what breasts are for. Right. Breasts are to feed that children. It's not for me to punch or shake or fucking whatever the weird shit. All of a sudden, I'm like, why do we do that to tits? Why do we do that weird shit to tits? We shake them and lick them and squeeze them and fuck them. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that? I'm sitting. You don't realize that until you're holding a machine on a tit at 1 in the morning, needing milk to come out of this, or I'm gonna have to go to CVS. It's like, fuck. Please let your fucking titty work right now, so I can go back to bed. Because formula, I can feed the baby formula. Titty milk, I don't. I mean, I have titties that are big enough, but nothing's coming out.
But again, I'm going to take it back. Look how far you traveled from being this person that was taken out of society. Yeah. Your addictions force you to be incredibly fucking selfish, whether you're after alcohol, whether you're after drugs, food, sex, it's just about you. Yeah. And now you're a man because you're in service to these other people that you love. That's, you know what I mean? Like, if I was fucking sitting here measuring a life, you know, if I'm St. Peter, I'm like, fuck, come on in, dude. Yeah. You pulled it off, you know?
Yeah, no, man, I appreciate that. And it is, I mean, it's just a weird place for me to be, because I've always wanted to be accepted. You know, I've always wanted to have people enjoy what I do. As a comic, you always want people to enjoy your shit. You know what I mean? So you can do more of it. You know, the more people that like your stand-up, the more of you people that show up or buy my stuff, the more I can go do it. You know what I mean? If people don't show up, you're not getting booked, you know? So, yeah, I mean, to be where I'm at right now, to be on the stage. Look, dude, to be honest, when they asked me to do this, I was like, no, I don't want to, I don't deserve to do it. This thing that you do is I think to me, is a very precious thing. To be on stage with you, and not to blow smoke up your ass.
Go ahead, I got plenty of room.
But to be on stage with you doing this is pretty epic for me, you know, because of who you've had on before and what you've done. And it's very, you know, it's like, I don't know if I'm worthy, you know what I mean? So to be here right now to do this, it's like, it's hard to accept. You know what I mean? Even sitting there, I'm looking at these people's faces, and I'm like, you know.
So I want to get this straight, though, because we sit around and we talk about Patrice, Louis C.K., Burr, Dane. These people accept you. Right. Your fucking peers, not just accept you now because you've crossed some finish line. They've always accepted you.
I mean, did they say that?
Yes.
I don't know, dude. I think you're just saying. I think you're just saying that.
No.
I know them. I think you're saying that.
No, I'm fucking telling the truth.
Dude, listen. There's no way Patrice said that. There's no. Patrice was like, fuck Bobby, fuck that motherfucker.
Let me tell you something. I was just talking to Opie before we came out here, and Ope said to me, and this you're not going to let sink in because you don't do that. But Ope said, I think Bobby's the funniest of everybody. Wow. And I go, dude, everybody.
Opie just went, why did you say that? I said, the fucking asshole. Now I got to deal with fucking Rich Voss. Why do you think I'm as funny as Bob? Gonna get fucking dirty looks from Norton. That's all he needs. Now it's just gonna be the Ope show. Great. Now, just ruin the rest of it.
Yeah. He's kind of.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You're really looking for ratings, aren't you, fucking Ronnie?
But people do think that, man. You're the guy not letting it in.
I think so. I agree, man. I'm trying to let this in. I just don't want to be. I'm trying to let it in, but I just know how fucking. I don't know, dude. I'm trying to. I'm very. You understand? I'm very. Like, I don't tell. I've had friends get mad at me because I don't tell them about the show, or we just filmed the FX show with Leary, and I keep it kind of tight to my vest. because I've had so many fucking failures. I've failed. It hasn't happened so many times. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that people go, you deserve it. Not the guy, hey, that's great. It's you deserve it, which means I should have got it before, I guess, and now, hey, it couldn't have happened to a better guy. I don't know what it's like. I accept that, but it's like, it never happened. So so all this great shit's happening, doing this show with you, having the special come out, owning the special, owning my material, which is fucking epic. The show coming out on FX, Louis, all this stuff is so overwhelming to me that I get scared that it will go away if I fucking acknowledge it. If I acknowledge it and I just don't keep my head down and I don't keep trying to be better, if I don't stay humble, it's going to go away again. And it fucking petrifies me that I'll just be at some fucking club in a mall, half full, after all this, and I'll just be going, fuck, I almost had it. And I'll be, I'm scared, man. I'm scared to be at a comedy club with a tie and a vest on. Do you know what I mean? Just, hey, how you guys doing? I'm scared of that shit, man. It petrifies me. And I just, it's been taken so many times that, but I am trying to. I'm trying to accept it, man. I'm trying to feel worthy. But here's the thing, too, is you have so many people telling you you're not, too. I mean, literally, Twitter is the voices in my own head going, fuck you. Even doing this show. Like, I think Opie retweeted one guy, and he goes, yeah, no thanks. And in my head, I was like, yeah, that's what I said, too. I was like, I wouldn't go. So it's like, how do you, as an addict, as fucking a psycho, as a fucking sociopath, having all this mental illness, how do you fucking deal with that shit, too? Because I admire those guys. Dude, it doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. That fucking sucks. You know what I mean?
But see, here's the thing.
Yeah.
None of this can be given to you, man.
Yeah.
It can only be made. Yeah. And the things that I'm telling you about have got nothing to do with fame or money.
Right.
You got the respect of your peers.
Right.
And you have a family now. Yeah. You're sitting here in your mid-40s.
Yep.
Fucking still working and caring about your art. You know how many people would change? People in cubicles or driving around in trucks who would go, Jesus Christ! I would love to have that thing where I had a white whale to chase. And you're doing it, dude.
Was that a fat joke?
No. No.
Well, but Ronnie, honest to God, did you ever do you have those moments where you're like, I'm a phony?
Every fucking day I work on the recovery thing, and all this shit, all the phony stuff that comes up is like those other voices. But the people on Twitter, you walk around New York City, and when a homeless guy starts to yell shit at you, right? You're like, yeah. That to me is what the fucking people on Twitter are. Why would I? Why would I be walking?
Yeah.
If some homeless guy was screaming at me, would I go, oh, really? My shoes are fucking stupid?
Yeah, but I would try to talk to that guy and go, dude, what the fuck did I do? I mean, what's going on? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, that's the difference in me, I guess, in you. I would love to be able to, I remember I had a homeless lady attack me. You start yelling at me, and I was like, what the fuck did I do? It does, it's a different, it's just a different thing. But I know that, I think all of us, I would think that there's a part of you that these people don't realize, because we go on stage and make this shit look fucking easy. It's like, that's our job. To radio, sitting here, everything. Our job is to make you just listen and fucking laugh. That's it. We have to have enough stage presence, enough charisma, and enough knowledge of what we do so you guys can sit there and fucking have a break from your shit life. And that's it. Come in, take the train, go down the stairs, get a couple drinks, and you didn't think about your shit cube for the last hour and a half because of me and this fat fuck. And of course, the skit at the beginning. Fezzy. You know what I mean? But without our crazy fucked up shit, we wouldn't be able to do that.
But so fucking place value on that, man. Just say, I am not just doing this to feed myself.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because maybe there's some fucking truck driver driving in Northern California right now. They're going, holy shit, those guys talked about some scary shit and were funny with it.
Yeah.
Let that fucking in, man.
Yeah, I'm trying, man. I really am. At this stage, I'm trying to accept the fact that I'm funny. I'm funny. That's it. My stand-up's funny. Go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? I can be funny anywhere because I've been on stage with the best.
That's right.
And was with them. So I'm learning to fucking do that. And you know, it's a little easier with the acting, just because you don't get judged as much. You know, that's why I think I like doing the TV stuff a little better because it's, you know. You're in a fucking room with a crew and nobody sees it until it's edited perfectly and people go, oh, you were great on that. It's like this simple, quick thing, you know, but comedy is every fucking night, all the time. And, you know, and now but I am trying to let it in. I'm trying to let it sink in. This is fucking great. And I guess I don't know, fucking dude, suck a dick. I don't fucking you should have a fucking buzzer on this thing. Where just you get somebody to ramble. Because I know you love that I'm just rambling and this fucking, you know, you just blah, blah, blah. And you're just looking at me like, keep talking, you fucking weirdo. Just keep yapping. I always see when fucking they're just staring her eyes like, oh, God. Oh, now he's a confident boyfriend, too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you fucking gorgeous dude. Oh, you suck, dude. You got a scarf on, too, right? Yeah, you need that.
But just to point this out, because you didn't see it, so I'm coming through, he's got a bag on his hip. So he had to go.
I respect that.
He had to go.
Oh, he has a colostomy bag. I thought you were talking about a little purse.
No.
Little fucking man purse. He looks like he has a man purse.
Yeah.
Ah, you're just perfect Asian hair that you have. Look at his hair. It's right down the middle. He just put it back behind his ear. Fuck off.
All right, so let's play this. So you're sitting there, and you dig the way he looks. Would you trade your fucking talent?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Bobby, I can't fucking help you.
Listen. Do you understand? Listen, I look at this. I don't know your name. I don't know where you're from, but I just see. I know your life. I know what your apartment. There's some wood stuff. There's some reclaimed furniture. There's a bunch of records. There's a candle. I know there's a chair that you sit in. I know there's some dumb animal you rescued. Your kitchen is small, but it's still nice. It's small, but it's still nice. In the cabinets, you let her paint. And you have an Nespresso machine. You love good coffee. That's the one thing you won't fucking skimp on. I know your bedroom, it's very sparse. There's not much, but that's where you sleep. And you know what? We don't spend time in here. We live life, and this is why I sleep. And I know your living room is attached to your kitchen. You can see everything. You probably have a bike hanging somewhere that you fucking love using, right? And you have no brakes on it because you know how to ride great. I know you. I fucking know you. I know you. And you don't get the new iPhone because the old one's fine enough. And I think the 4 is good.
Here's the thing: if I could take you, right?
Yeah.
And I put you in his life, in his body, and with her, you would still fucking hate yourself.
Well, if I was in his life, right? What can I ask? What you do?
I build.
Yeah, of course.
What do you build?
Of course he does, yes. Metal,
Creatively,
wood,
though, right?
yeah.
Some creative shit.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not like you're on a fucking roof. No, you're not out there with work boots and a shitty pair of jeans and some lunchbox. You're in a backyard somewhere. Hey, honey, what do you think of this owl? Right? Fucking owl metal builder.
Well, here's the thing.
Is that what you do, though?
Yeah.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's comedy.
Here's
That's
the
our
weird
job.
thing.
That's our job.
This is the strangest thing about it.
But that's our job.
After over and like an hour and 10 minutes of me talking to Robert Kelly, we figured out fucking unmasking this prick over here. Ladies and gentlemen, the special's on tonight as we play this.
Yeah, tonight.
Robert Kelly live at the Underground.
And you can go to my website, robertkellylive.com, right after and own it for $5.
$5.
That's it.
Give him love because he won't give it to himself. Make him know that he deserves it.
Thank you, buddy.
Mr. Robert Kelly. That was Unmasked with Robert Kelly. What more could you ask for? That was fantastic. Tonight is his special, Fez.
Robert Kelly live from the Village Underground on Comedy Central at midnight tonight.
If you enjoyed him on Unmasked, let him know on Twitter at Robert Kelly, at Robert Kelly. 25 years he's been working at this. And this year he gets the TV show, gets the special. For you first responders, it's at Robert Kelly, at Robert Kelly.
We have prizes for the first responders. Great prizes. God Bless America on DVD, signed by Bobcat Goldthwait. Eagle Heart, the series from Chris Elliott, signed by him on DVD. And Forgetting Sarah Marshall on DVD, signed by Russell Brand. For first responders, at Robert Kelly.
That is for all the first responders that would like to go out there. Really, really terrific Unmasked, Chris.
Loved it. Robert Kelly is such a good dude, and him talking about happiness and how it can be boring, I thought he had some really fantastic thoughts. I loved Robert.
I don't know whether happiness was ever supposed to be exciting. I don't think happiness is the same thing. I think happiness is a momentary thing. Contentment is what we'd like to have. But if you just walk around, I'm so happy, you're like that kind of weird lady at work who remembers everybody's birthday.
That's crazy. That guy comes off as just straight up crazy.
Yeah, after a while. But I get what he's saying. You got to fill in when you give something up, like addiction, you got to fill something back into that spot again. And that's one of the reasons why I love the Unmasked show. Yes, it can be funny and it can be crazy and you hear these nutty stories, but then you hear something from a guy who you're like, I've never thought of that before, and I got to wrestle with this for a while. It's really, really smart stuff. For you first responders, head on over there. There's Twitter many times as you want to jump into it, and we'll see you back in here on Monday. But it's at Robert Kelly for the first responders. We're going to say goodbye to you folks now, and we hope you had a great day with us today. We'll be back here on Monday. First responders, let them know how much you enjoyed it. At Robert Kelly on Twitter. We'll see you guys back in here on Monday.
That's the end of my show. Donk.